Oh, I'll turn the music.
Yes, music is very important. Tack, tack, tack. Or is that from me?
Duck. Who are you talking about?
No, it's like a sound. It's like tack, 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 tack.
Oh, sorry. That's me. I'll try to turn. I'll get my crisp working. 1 second.
Oh my god, you have that sounding all day. I would go insane. There's no way.
It's a clock. I'm pretty sure.
It's not a clock.
Then I would be mad.
Hello. Can you hear me when I turn it off?
Yes. We
Weird.
can hear you now. It's okay.
But then I turn on noise cancellation. Hello. Oh,
hi.
Oh, it works. Okay. I was having this issue yesterday, so I had to turn it off, but it's working now. Okay. Ready. Yeah, that is my diesel heater. Keeps me nice and crispy and warm, but it does make a little thumping sound. Which once I have my headphones on, really, like, you get insanely used to it. It's not that big of a deal. I like tune it out. I don't even hear it.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, it would drive me insane.
And it did maybe for 2 days, and then I got used to it. It's either that or like negative 20 degrees, so you get used to it.
Oh, that's a heater.
It's a heater. It's a diesel heater. So that little thump is it pumping diesel into the heat module.
Period.
Everybody, welcome back to Magic and Mysterium for Friday mornings. We're back!
Yoo-hoo!
We're doing it! Last episode, we were having fun in our magnificent mansion, where we were safe from nighttime raids. And went out and was able to... was able to get us, like, what is it? The riddle. You're able to figure out the riddle. Oh, that we should follow the whims of the stars, and you did so, finding your way toward the constellation Draco in the northeast, and ended up finding the tower. By the time you guys got there, there were 2 to 3 other groups currently battling it out for supremacy here, at the top of the tower. If you guys didn't fuck up Stella's group, it would have been 5. Anyway,
Oh
briefly.
my god, I'm so glad we did then. They would destroy us.
Oh yeah. And then what else? Yeah, we were able to climb up the tower, get our key, fuck over other groups, and get the hell out of there. And that's where we finished. Yeah. So you can feel the catching of briars in the wood, running as fast as you can from the tower, trying to get away from other groups that may want to take by force what you have gained so skillfully. The forest itself has become this thicket for you. Tall bushes, double as tall as you are, make it almost impassable as you push through, casting out Defindo to cut as much as you can off. You can see the look of little rabbits as they notice you moving by and they skitter through the underbrush. You all, with heavy hearts and lungs pounding, hearts beating, come to about 1 kilometer away when you finally feel like you might be a little bit safe, but certainly you need to catch your breath. And I'll have, just for the sheer shits and giggles of it, everyone make me an athletics check to see who's doing better than others. Also roll for Gemma's group. Oh, damn, okay. Oh, okay.
0.
19.
You get 0, Edgar?
Yeah. I rolled a 2 and I have a -2.
Wow, there's Alice with 19.
Anne also got a 19.
Nice.
Hey.
Will? Oh. I'm guessing that he's able to roll.
Will
got
got
8.
an 8.
An 8. Okay. So Will gets here, kind of like wheezing, you know. He's taking his heavy breaths. Meanwhile, others are also having their own difficulties. Edgar and Taylor are just dying, which is kind of odd because of Taylor's whole quirk. Because she's like breathing, just whining almost, but still no change in the facial expression. And I think like Anastasia turns to Alice and says, "Nothing like a little morning jog, huh?" Alice?
Fine by me. I'm all good.
My God, you guys beat the crap out of Billiam. Good on you. He's an asshole.
Well, he kind of needed it.
Would have done it on the first day if I had a clear shot. Everyone okay? Edgar, holy cow. He's like sweating profusely.
Did like a minute or 10. Maybe.
All right. Why don't we stop here for a moment? I'll go see if there's anything in the kitchen. Somebody wants to pop out the mansion. We'll get a quick drink, some food, and figure out where we're going next. Who has the key?
And does, I think. Or
I
was
think
it
that's
Alice? Sorry.
Anne. Jem said.
I have it. I have it.
Yeah.
Alice brings it forward. And Alice, I think next to you, Ernisia is like, is there like a riddle or something? You
Give
find
us a little note.
wrapped around the key is a little note. And here is what it says.
When I remember past, I burn for thee.
What is this, a
That's it.
17th century love note? Gemma says.
When I remember the past. What was the rest of it?
I burn for thee.
I burn for thee.
Saoirse is like, maybe it's telling us that we have to go find someone that we love.
Maybe?
No, that would be silly.
That's stupid, Saoirse. Ernisia says back. Yeah, seriously, Saoirse. And Saoirse like kind of looks down.
Oh,
Oh,
No, it's fine, sir.
I thought it was a good idea.
it's a good starting point.
fine.
Okay, maybe we need to find the thing where you dive your head in and you see the past memories like we did in that area somewhere.
Pensieve? Where are you going to find a pensieve out here? Gemma
Right.
says. Look around you. I don't know about you, but I don't see a a lot of wizards doing divinations. Do you?
Well,
there
there
a-
was a freaking tower somewhere, so there could be one.
Made
Is
out
there
of
a-
stone.
Fire,
Is-
maybe?
What? Is there like a volcano or anything around here?
It just says I burn for thee, so like it's gotta do something with fire, right?
Edgar, why
Oh,
don't you go stand over by Saoirse? That's a volcano in Scotland, she says.
Exactly, that's my point. What else could there be with fire in the woods?
Gosh,
Nothing.
is there a volcano? Saoirse says.
Well, this might. What if you held it? The last note had a map on it, or you
The
kind of
stars.
held it up to the stars, and it had holes in it. So Alice just said something to do with fire. So what if we tried to Lumos or hold it over a fire and see if there's a second part or there's a map or something like that?
Okay. Yeah, sure, we can do
Like
that.
burn it?
Ernisia,
No, not
no.
burn it.
wait. What if it just burns up?
Well, we won't put it in the fire. We'll just hold it over and see if it's
Just
the last-
use Incendio Glacia. It won't burn anything.
Incendio Glacia
Okay.
does burn things just from the top only.
But then we put it underneath.
okay. I don't think I have that spell.
I
Um,
do.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, go ahead,
Okay.
Alice.
Okay, sure. Yeah, well, Incendio Glacia behind the paper.
So what you can do is you can have the paper come in from like the side.
Yeah, sure.
So if you read the spell description, it's like the very tip of the flame is where like you can actually burn shit and where you can
Right.
actually do damage, but like on the sides or underneath, like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Alice, you casted it?
Yeah.
Okay. So your wand has like a blue flame that appears from underneath. Who's holding the little piece of paper?
I would have handed
Oh,
it
also
off
you?
to,
Okay.
I would have handed it off to Anne. Just so I don't
Yeah, she'll hold the
accidentally
paper.
burn it.
So, and you fit the paper into the side, kind of like putting it into the flames, and you can feel this kind of odd tingle on your fingers. And then you watch the paper itself begin to glow, and almost as if it's burning. The words begin to glow bright red. And then you watch the words actually lift off of the page like embers into the air. Whoa, look! Anastasia calls out. She points out to where the embers begin to form words in the air. and I will send you guys what everyone sees in discussion.
Good job, Alice.
Yeah, she has a few good ideas every now and again, Cersei says.
Wow. I like to think I'm good.
Is that what I said?
Yes. I'm just agreeing.
Over the hills, fathoms await you. Treasure beyond gold, your final portion as foretold. But behold, a creature stirs in its stronghold of old, a guard to crush and scold. Stay thy breath and hold, but do not forget in the face of death to remain bold. The face of death, Gemma says.
Oh,
They better be exaggerating.
Based on what we've seen so far, I don't think they are.
Oh, please. The school wouldn't be out here to kill us, Saoirse says. Even I know that.
I would surely hope so, but what if we are in a place that's, I don't know, a cave and we can't save ourselves?
Students have died before in competitions, Taylor says.
Doesn't
thanks,
sound
Taylor.
It doesn't sound like a
We-
cave because
You're
you have to
welcome.
hold your breath.
Well, over the hills. I mean, does that are there hills somewhere? Maybe that's the direction.
I can't say anything in this fucking forest.
Well, I have no idea. I don't even know this area. Does anyone have like a broom or something? They can fly.
Oh, yeah. I left it in my other pants, Gemma says.
There could be one in the suitcase.
Doubt it. Or
See one.
Anicia actually will say, I searched that thing high and low. I couldn't find any brooms.
Oh,
Believe me.
if only we could fly. Oh well. I say we just keep moving, and then when we see the hills, we go there. Easy.
I swear. Sometimes I question you wizards. Taylor
You're a
says
wizard.
You're not a
Uh-huh.
wizard?
she's going to begin climbing a tree.
Oh, wait.
No, that's a
That's
good
an
idea.
18 on the die for the check.
Edgar's
She,
is going to be
expertly
like
throws herself up,
under her, waiting to catch your easy faults.
you know, kind of like I fucking swear, you wizards, you can't do anything without magic. Taylor rises up to the top of the tree, and she's gonna make a perception check. Oh, that's a 2. It's really foggy right now. She yells down.
Oh, who else is athletic?
Um,
Alice. You want to scurry up the tree?
Sure, I guess I'll go up a tree.
Make an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics. Okay.
It's about, throwing your legs over little branches, kicking up.
17.
Yeah, you're able to, in a few seconds, meet up with Taylor at the very top. And sure enough, there's been this like thick fog layer that has rolled into the valley, completely obscuring your view anywhere above the trees. It seems like
God.
you're right below the fog layer on the ground.
okay. Quick question: if I cast Ventus, does that dispel the fog?
I
I don't know. Do you wanna give it a go?
I can give it a go, but I'd probably need to climb the tree first, right?
That would definitely help.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
Alice is already up there, so she can help you. You want to offer the
Yeah.
help action, Alice?
Yeah, I'll offer the help action.
Okay.
Make an acrobatics check.
Okay. Edgar is rolling up his sleeves. He's ready.
So ready for this.
22.
Oh, I was
Nice.
so ready for you to fail. Okay. And I think like down below, like Ernisia turns over to like Will and is like 3 galleons if he falls.
I
I'm
heard
guessing
that.
that
What? What? I can't hear you.
Ernisia says up. And Will earns 2 galleons. Make it 4 if he succeeds. I'll do a little roll. I'll do a little roll.
All right.
Done.
Anyway.
She rolled low, so I'll say that does work. So you end up with 4 galleons at the end when Edgar makes it up. Damn it.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so when he's at the top, he's going to cast Ventus.
Alice kind of has you by one hand. You're holding a branch with the
Thank
other.
you.
You cast out Ventus and make a spellcasting ability check. Because you're up here, the DC is decreased.
Okay, so that's the spell attack, right?
Now, firstly, do you have Ventus locked in?
Yes.
And no, it's not a spell attack. It doesn't add your proficiency bonus.
I feel like I always ask.
You
this.
always ask this, yes.
It's just +5, yeah. D20 +5. No, that doesn't make sense. I did some roll D20 plus.
Why did you add "It's a me, Edgar"? It's a me, Edgar.
That's a natural 20 with a bot.
Not 20?
Not
Fuck yeah.
20, yeah.
All right. So, with your natural 20, you're able to cast Ventus, and there is this grand gale of wind that shoots out the tip of your wand, swirling and picking up. You see the trees like whooshing left to right, and much of the fog is dispelled. You kind of carve a very, very large cone of sight. And Alice, make me a perception check.
You got this, Alice.
Maybe.
There's 3 people
You
up here.
don't-
If you don't succeed, it's fine.
I'm using my inspiration to roll again. It's better. 12.
12. Okay. You look out and you can see the forest itself. It has like a wave to it. It's certainly not flat land. It's constantly built over these rolling Scottish highlands. But you do notice something. Something in the distance. Not a hill. Not a hill at all, but a cliff. Seemingly like a plateau where a higher landmass meets a lower one. It's nearly sheer. It goes down, probably about 70 or so feet, maybe 80 feet. And it's a few kilometers northeast of where you are.
She'll call down. No hills, but I found a cliff.
Well, that's hill adjacent. So maybe a starting point?
It's very sheer. It's towards the east. Maybe head out and check it.
Okay.
Done. Anastasia says. Now get down here without hurting yourselves.
Yeah, okay. Come on.
Taylor leaps from the tree and will cast a spongify and kind of like boing, boing, and like hits the ground hard after bouncing. And Gemma turns to her as like, why didn't you cast Arrest of Momentum? It's more fun.
Edgar kind of forgot he's afraid of heights. So he's stuck up there and he's scared to come down.
So Edgar, you like turn around and look down, and then there's that sudden like camera effect where like everything gets so much farther from him. Yeah.
Guys,
Just calm down.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
I can't.
Just climb down.
I can't climb down. It's too high.
Okay.
Edgar is frozen, like gripping onto the trunk of the tree with all his might.
Like his legs and.
Alice,
Koala.
push him. I'll cast Spongify.
All right,
for
I'll
rest
just
of the
yank
message.
him off.
Let's make a contested athletics check, which shouldn't be too hard for Alice at this point.
I rolled terrible.
17.
8.
So like, you're pulling him, and like a mother who's like, pulling a car off a baby. Edgar suddenly summons a grand amount of strength. You can't fucking get him off. He's like kicking you, like no, you guys do the rest, and I'll just stay here for the rest of eternity. I'm gonna throw down to the ground, and ask Will what he might do to get him out. If he has an idea.
I'm
If you
scared.
don't want to do anything, that's fine. Just shoot me a message. We'll be patient.
I
He
assume
says,
I was
assume he was
distracted.
distracted.
You got it. And down at the ground? What do you do now?
How far is he above?
60 feet.
Could she carpe retract him?
Yeah, 60 feet is the maximum range on that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, make a spellcasting ability check
Okay.
of the strength.
Oh God. 14 flat.
All right. You cast up, and a purple band shoots up and like wraps around Edgar, pulling him with all of your might. Come on, Edgar, come on! And Edgar's like holding on. I like to think maybe it grabs like a leg or something. So like the lower half of his body is like being pulled at an angle. The top half is holding around the trunk. And then
Oh my
finally his grip wanes. Whoa! And Edgar goes flying down to the ground straight toward you, Anne.
Oh shoot! I forgot.
And make me a dexterity saving throw.
Damn.
Just jump behind him.
Well, thanks, Will.
Will says, "Are we using carbon to pull him down?" Yeah, that was a terrible idea.
Oh, he casted Sponsify. Okay.
Here's the issue. Okay, so Will, that'll be good if she succeeds. If not, it only works on objects.
Cool.
What'd you get in?
11.
So Will's like, Spongify, and Spongify's the ground where Edgar would hit. But Edgar hits directly onto Anne. Kabam! The two of you guys go tumbling together. And that is going to be a tiny amount of damage. That's going to be 3 points of damage to each of you.
Ow.
Oh my gosh.
This would have
That's
hurt
hard.
less if you had just jumped. And
Are you
says,
crazy? How you see how high I was?
We have spells.
Edgar, you're alive. You're
I'm
alive.
I'm alive.
Saoirse is like, hey, I'm not that great with heights either, so I feel you. She's gonna put her hand down and help you up.
Thank you, Cersei. But I thought you play Quidditch.
Oh, well, that's different. That's if
How
I
is
actually
it
have something that
different?
controls my foe. Sure. You seriously make no sense, Gemma says toward her.
Oh my gosh. Thank you anyhow. Alright. Now that I'm on the ground and there is no gap under my legs, I can go to the cliff.
And Anastasia looks back and points with Alice. This way? She points.
Yeah, that way.
She'll start heading off into the brush. Hey.
Oh, guys.
Now, you guys would be noticing that it's about 3 p.m. right now. So it's later in the day, but you guys still have maybe a few hours. Seeing as it's like spring, I think you're probably looking at, and you're very far north in the planet, so it's probably like 6:30 that the sunrise is going to start going down. You know, so you have about 3 hours, 3.5 hours sunlight.
Okay.
All right. You guys travel as far as you can. And the trees are young down here. You can see the leaves are bright green. They seemingly is a lot of like plant life and especially animal life. You often catch the sight of birds flying overhead or like squirrels running through the underbrush. And oh, that's funny. I feel like because I think Anastasia went to go get like water and food, right, from the Magnificent Mansion. So then you guys would be like munching on something weird. Um, hmm, no, that's not weird. I think you guys have like pieces of lamb, cooked lamb. Gemma's like, say what you want about Stella. Really good food.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, this could have been a lot worse without the mansion. That's for sure. I don't think I would like actual camping.
I
Well,
did
don't
see
know
that
what
they
you
had
think.
lobster.
They have lobster?
Mm. I
Well,
wouldn't eat them though. They were pretty scared, Taylor says.
The lobsters?
what?
Yeah, they were begging for their lives. So I thought I'd spare them.
You talked to the lobsters?
Yeah.
You talk to animals?
Lobsters.
Uh-huh.
Why only lobsters?
I don't know. Taylor gives you like a look like, why are you asking so many questions? She's like really confused at your confusion.
Anyway, I mean, my tent was a work of art, so I don't know what you're talking about, Han. We could spend the night there, absolutely.
I would never want to disturb your artwork. So I think it's, best just to stay in the mansion for now.
I mean, yeah, why anyone would prefer the mansion.
You guys arrive at the cliff's edge. Oh, I just see Will said, I have no words. You guys arrive at the cliff's edge. You look straight up and just see the sheer erosion. The cliff even sort of like looms overhead a bit. So it's not just like straight up, it's actually like angled a little over you. Very awkward to climb if you needed to. You look around and the trees don't even like reach toward the top of the cliff. The cliff is higher than them. And it is. Who wants to make a survival check? Figure out your options.
All of us.
Nope, just one person.
Oh, my survival is not good, so that's not going to be Edgar.
And are you good at this?
I'm okay at it. I can make the survival check. Not great. 7.
You want to roll it again?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll it again.
Thank you. Oh, a 10. A 10.
It's better.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. So I present no new information to you.
Great.
Mhm.
Well, it's a cliff, you guys.
It is a cliff.
Looks pretty cliff-like.
Maybe we should name it, Anastasia says.
How about cliff? The cliff.
You know what? I like it.
It's very on the nose, Edgar.
Fuck you, Cliff. You can hear Anastasia say, "Hey, shut up, Anna! You're being too loud." Oh my gosh, paranoid much? Another group might find us. And then Will says, I could fly down and start carpet retracting people to the bottom. You mean to the top?
Sure.
You can fly
fly?
down.
Will, it's the other way. You have to climb
Up.
up, not down. Which is sort of an issue because carpet retraction can only go 20 feet before it cuts out.
Wait, you can fly?
I'm just gonna start collecting random
Well, this bag joke doesn't work if we aren't hurting people.
like branches from trees. Just ignore me. I'm just collecting branches.
I don't know if my survival. I mean, are there like boulders around? Potentially.
No, not really. No,
Okay.
there's not a whole lot of rock formations out here. Just the cliff.
Okay.
Okay.
And so someone said, "Will, you can fly?"
Yeah, I did.
I can, he says. Or no, I think that's a different. I think it's I can.
You
Like,
can?
duh.
How?
Oh no, it's a what are you fucking talking about? I can? Will says. And then I think Gemma would be like, "You literally just said I can fly up."
You did. That's true.
Arnesia's like, "Wait, do you have a broom? Have you been holding that on us, Wigan Well?" I do. You fucking bastard.
Okay.
Okay, so
Fly?
Will can carry us to the top then.
Take out the broom, bestie.
Sarah's just like, "I thought we were supposed to be a team, Wigan World." Holding out on us.
Well, we didn't know either, so
You can all hope in the master and I can carry it. Oh.
that's
That is the issue. That's an issue actually. Once the mansion is opened, it cannot move with people inside of it. If you try to move it, then it expels any living creature.
Oh.
Well, any humans. That's just how I've always
I'm going
used it.
to.
Yeah.
After I've done collecting all of these branches, I am going to Verita all of them into rope.
Oh my god.
Because rope is just plants. It's the same.
How are you going to reach the
rope is just
I had
plants.
to wiggle.
Although, and that's a good idea, Alice. Although Will, technically, if the ground moves and not the like briefcase itself, that can work because we've used it on trains before. The train's moving, but the thing isn't. So technically, you can do it. It just gets more complicated. Try to like trick, kind of like find a loophole. We deploy it on a. As long as that tent doesn't jostle too much, so like something sturdy and flat would be best. because like that train, if the train like jostled too much and like the briefcase like slid at all or anything like that, then people would be expelled out. Jimbo, we need your head.
Alice, could we Vera Verto your rope into a
Broom?
like tray? Not a I don't know, think a broom,
Tray.
but like a tray or like something
It
flat.
can only be a foot long. The only reason rope works is I can stack it.
Well, it can be a tiny tray. How big is the briefcase approximately?
The briefcase is like 1.5 feet wide, so like it's not big. It could definitely fit on a 1 foot tray.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, we could do that.
All
Okay.
right. So Alice, you're casting out Vera Verto.
Yep.
And this is on like a large wood piece you've been able to grab,
Yes.
like a branch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What exactly does it form into, Alice?
It is like one of those old tea trays that is like oblong.
Yeah, that you have like you put like little china dishes and like
Mhm,
a little
exactly.
teapot. Yeah. Okay. So a second later, you can see the branch like whip around in a little circle, and then it plops down on the grass of the forest floor is a little tea tray. I don't like this. What if it moves halfway up and then we like all get thrown out 60 feet up?
And then we use a spell to make sure we don't die.
That's easy
I
for you. You're like a
I
Quidditch
trust-
player.
I don't have a broom. Why would that matter for me?
No, Will has the broom.
Yeah, obviously. I can't just steal it from Will to save everyone.
Oh, good. Ernisia says,
Yeah, okay, thank you, Ernesio.
"We'll be fine. My claws are very sharp," Will says.
What?
Yeah, okay, just make sure you don't
Shows his hands.
puncture anything. Genius.
Just don't drop us, and we will be fine. Let's all trust the process.
Ernisia gives him a weird look, and he's like, "For a second, I thought you might have nails. Like those like girly like long nails. Yes, yes.
All right. Edgar is going to open the suitcase and walk in.
And we'll
All right.
follow.
Gemma looks at Will and is like, "No funny business." And then everyone will head inside. Will, out of character, you want to describe what you do? I'll read out whatever you type, and we'll be patient for you. Oh, coke naily, but not too long. Coke nail. No, Will. How about the Mets, guys?
They overpaid.
They overpaid? Did something actually happen with the Mets that I'm not aware of?
Oh, they got what's his name? Soto. But they paid him way too much for how old he is.
I didn't know that you were into sports like that. Just wrestling.
I like sport.
Yeah.
I like sport.
Reminds me of Patrick. Like, literally worked for a football team at one point. He was really useful. I guess you would have been too. Because little spoiler, in 7th year we go to the Quidditch World Cup, and I'm not a fan of sports. I don't truly understand the allure of it, because I never got into it. But I like had like a full consultation session with him because I'm like, I want to capture the the enjoyment and why you enjoy going to the Super Bowl. You know, and he had such great advice for me. He talked about like more of the process as to why it's fun. It's not as much about the sport. It's like it's everything surrounding it. It's all the stories and everything. And I was like, okay, sweet. Thank you, Will. I was just talking to give you time to write your shit out. I will say it now. So Will, he verivertos a branch into rope. He wraps it around the two holders, like the two handles of the tray, to kind of create this like perfect pendulum. And then he transforms into his animagus form, which is like this like tiny little dragon, and grabs the rope with his mouth. His wings begin beating, and he flies up and up toward the top. Um, and he looks up to see if there's more flying I could do to make this easier. No, not exactly. No, there's no like landmark that you see immediately. There's going to be a lot of movement. Will, can I please get you to make me a acrobatics check to make sure that you don't jostle it too much? Will, acrobatics check. Was there a question my way? Yes. Can you please make an acrobatics check not to jostle it too much? Order another Gaia. Acro. And then we'll be good. Damn my audio. Can he not hear us? He says BRB. Okay. Did he make like a dex or anything like that check recently? No, I don't know. Okay, I'll fly somewhere to see if there's something interesting. Otherwise, we'll let everyone out. Yeah. So I rolled for him, and I got a nat 20. So he may as well not roll. Which is good because any amount of jostling, you guys would have fallen out, and you all would have seen his animagus form, which we saw once before, but we mistook. Many of us mistook for something else entirely. I'll just roll for you nat 20. Thank you for letting them know. Okay, so he is able to go up here. He like flies for a second, looks around, but doesn't see anything of great importance up here. So he knows that there's going to be a long walk. He drops down the bag itself and turns back into himself, and then he'll give like a little knock on the top. And meanwhile, all of you guys inside of the mansion, you could see like the chandelier like beginning to like wobble left to right. You can see like the whole place is like vibrating a little bit. Gemma's like holding onto the wall with fright.
Please don't drop us. Please don't drop us. Please don't drop us.
He probably
then-
won't.
And then there's that knock at the door. Knock, 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 knock.
I think that's our signal. Okay. No one is going to go first.
After you,
Oh,
Edgar.
fine. Anastasia goes. She opens up the door. Oh, thank goodness, she says, and Will's able to help her out of the thing. She looks down over the edge of the cliff. Huh. Man, this thing comes in handy in a lot of different ways.
Okay, looks like we're good to go. Age is going to follow behind.
Oh, well, question once again is where? Maybe we should just keep going until we find a hill. I don't know. Wait, no. Ernesia, says it said over the hills. If that was the hill, we're already over it. What else are we looking for?
It says fathoms await you, treasure beyond gold. Your final portion, as foretold.
Final portion, like final key. Gemma brings up.
Mm-hmm. Fathoms await you. Usually, fathoms is it refers to distance in water, like depth.
Oh, I thought it was like dreams. I thought it was saying like, oh, like our dreams are awaiting us. Saoirse says.
Maybe. I guess.
Don't listen to Saoirse. Gemma says. I feel like you're onto something.
Yeah. Everything else has kind of been distance, like kind of literal. So I think we might be looking for a body of water, a large body of water, as like our next landmark.
Like Taylor says.
Exactly.
1 second. I know this might sound a little crazy, but what if we have to find a dragon and he has to burn us to death?
Where are you getting that? Where are you getting that from this?
Hear me out. Hear me
Okay.
out.
Oh, I'm hearing you out, Ernesia says.
Okay. It says, behold, a creature steers in its stronghold of old, right? And then it says, a guard to crush and scold. Stay thy breath and hold, but do not forget in the face of death to remain bold.
Stay thy breath and hold. Gemma says. I think it is under the water. Oh wait, dragons can't breathe underwater, can they?
I hope it's not underwater. I hope it's a dragon.
I don't think dragons can breathe underwater.
This is getting juicy, Anastasia says.
Whatever it is, I think it needs to eat us.
I think the task would be to avoid getting eaten, probably.
Will says, also at that point where I have to run at the same time, be back in an hour or so. Okay, bye, Will. Thanks for
Bye.
participating.
Wait.
Um,
See you soon, he says.
I do think we should look for a lake or a river or something, and maybe we'll figure out if there's a dragon or whatever kind of thing there is.
Dragon. If there's a dragon, I'm throwing up a curriculum immediately.
It could be an underwater creature as well. Maybe an underwater dragon.
Is that a thing? Is that Taylor? Is that a thing? I don't know.
Ask the lobsters if that's a thing.
Why the hell would they know?
They live underwater.
Yeah.
You live above land and you don't know if dragons go underwater.
Dragons are very special creatures. Maybe one of them can hold their breath. I don't know.
Just saying it's a little specious.
So sorry.
Anyhow,
I made so
let's
many
just-
assumptions about the
let's go
lobster.
find that stupid
As
lake.
all sea creatures know each other, right?
Oh my
Right?
gosh. I'm sorry, Taylor. I'm so sorry. I need to examine my biases.
Oh. Anyways, we should probably explore up here.
Yeah. Too
Right.
late.
All right. Who's leading us with our survival?
And
Oh, come on.
And
It's not been going well.
Everybody put the fingers on noses.
And still reckoning with her speciest attitude and doesn't do it in time. Okay, survival. All right. Jesus Christ, 7.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is you guys already took like an hour to get to the thing. You guys travel for another like hour and a half, and then you can see the sun is very low on the horizon. We're not finding anything out here. Just a few old stupid ruins.
Well, maybe we can go.
Ruins?
Yeah, I passed a few on the way. It looked like a foundation to a house. I'm talking medieval times. There's nothing up here. And it's getting dark already.
Stronghold of old ruins?
Not quite the same thing. I don't think a house is a stronghold.
And we're looking for a body of water, theoretically. Well, maybe we.
Also, I didn't get attacked by a dragon. Gemma says.
Maybe we pack up for the night and then go straight thing in the morning. And there's
Yeah, I agree. I also am drained and hurt because Edgar fell on me out of a tree. So
Excuse you, I am very light. Also, it was your idea to pull me with carpet retractum.
if guys just let go when I wanted you to go, would have been fine.
Guys, shut up! You could hear Gemma calling over. Everyone make a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, no.
14.
Okay.
16.
9.
And I'll roll for the girls. Okay. Oh no. Oh no. No, that's not good. So first you can start to hear, we've been traveling for hours already. Can we just set up shop? We have to get to the next trial. If we get 2 in one day, we'll be a big we'll finally have a leg up on the competition. We only got the last key because we did a night raid. And you can see Billiam's group. Big group of Slytherins, like a bunch of Slytherin boys walking through the underbrush here. And they're arguing a bit, and then you can hear Billiam be like, "Shut it." He turns and you guys try to remain quiet. You guys pull like behind trees and whatnot, into bushes. There's a moment of silence. What? What do you see something? Is it another squirrel? You can hear someone else say out. And then Alice.
Mhm.
There is an explosion that completely destroys the tree above you. You can hear the creaking as this tree begins falling out toward you, and wood shrapnel shoots out. We're not alone! You can hear Billiam yell. It's a kid!
Fucking get him!
And
I'll come out.
now they're throwing. They also see Edgar, and they're like, "Oh shit! That is that kid that we almost fucked up the first time." Fuck! Run! Anastasia is saying.
We're running?
Do we run
We're
or
running.
do we stay?
We're staying.
Okay.
Just stay behind me, and he's going. Can I cast, or do we roll initiatives and stuff?
Would it
I
be
wanna run.
any different? Okay, Alice wants to run because the Slytherin girls, other than Arnesia, are also running.
Oh, they're all
yeah.
running.
We need to
Okay.
They're
run.
Slytherins,
We're
of
going.
course they're running. They're Slytherins.
Oh my
Live
god.
to
You're the
fight another
only
day.
You're the only Slytherin that would stand their ground.
If
Yeah,
Alice
Arnistia
is
and Edgar.
running, if Alice is running, I'm running. I'm not doing this alone. I'm not crazy.
All right. Please make me an athletics check, everybody.
Athletics?
go.
Are you crazy?
Can I cast Fumos as we're running to cover our tracks?
Fumos. Oh hell yeah. That'll be a
And-
real issue.
And
So
can I
that'll
cast
lower the DC for everyone's athletics check. It's now pretty easy.
Can I roll Partis Temporus or?
I'm rolling again.
Artis Temporis literally does nothing. The
Oh.
Fumos
Oh
is
my
behind
god!
you. No fucking way.
Oh my god!
Oh no, Alice. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Don't worry, I'll
okay.
probably
No.
roll very
I know
low.
what it is. I know what it is. Everyone else keep rolling. We got 12 for Edgar.
13.
13 for Anne. Let's see. Anastasia with a 17 on the die. Gemma, 13 on the die. Taylor, 14 on the die. So yeah, they're doing pretty good. Saoirse, yeah, okay. Everyone's doing pretty good elsewhere. It's just Alice. So Alice, you do an incredibly useful thing, and that is cast Fumos from behind you. Everyone else is like ahead of you. You're kind of last doing that Gryffindor thing. And everyone's running through the brush, and then from the dark black cloud that you have created, a poison cloud, which can't be seen through, there is a glowing purple band that shoots through and wraps around you. Before you have any time to like really react or pull back, it yanks you forward into into your own Fumos. I want you please to make a Constitution saving throw.
25.
Okay, so then you would take half damage for your own Fumos. You can go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. So I have it here. It's 3d6.
You can hear Billiam like yell like, "Got him!"
Does any of us notice, or is Alice?
You'd be able to hear that.
6.
You'd also be able to
Six
see
damage.
Alice be pulled into an opaque black cloud.
Fuck.
Okay. I've taken my damage 6.
Edgar will be on the lookout, see if Alice makes it out of the fog for now.
As soon as I'm yanked, I'm saying just run, and I go whoop right into the darkness.
Anne respects Alice's wishes and keeps running. It's what she
Alice.
would have wanted.
Yeah, as everyone else runs and Alice tries to get away, Alice, you are connected from the Carpe Retractum, so it's kind of like there's like a rope like yanking you back and keeping you in this cloud. As you can hear the
Where is it attached?
Southern boys running.
It's around my feet, right?
It's like around like your waist.
Okay.
Think of the band kind of like, I don't know, this might be an obscure reference, but did you guys ever see like the second era Spider-Man movies?
Yes.
Like when he casts out like the webbing, and you kind of see like a little sort of like hand at the end almost reaching
Okay.
out. It's kind of like that. So it's like a band, and then there is a kind of grip anchor point at the end.
Okay.
Now the Southern Boys group is quite large, so before you're able to yet act, and Alice, you can do it next. That's going to be Fringo. Make a dexterity saving throw. I'm going to say a disadvantage.
Okay. 16. Still pretty good. I don't think it saves though.
Not against next
they're-
year's.
Yeah, exactly,
You're
that's-
very
that's fine.
close. Okay, let me roll my damage here. I actually forget how much Confringo is. I'm gonna upcast it by
It's
1.
8d6.
So
as a
be
base.
9 or 10. I forget.
I believe it's 9.
Because it might be 2 extra d6 every level. Some of them are like that.
It's 1d6.
No, it's 1d6. Okay, so 9. Okay. That is 38 points of fire damage.
Okay.
So the whole area lights up like a maelstrom of flame. You try to kick out and you kind of like land on the left-hand side out of your own Fumos, which is still going. And you can see trees beginning to burn from around you. You kick up to your feet. The 6 seconds are over, so the carpet retractum like breaks, and you once again have the option to run.
I am drinking a liquid darkness.
Oh, nice. So you like go into your pack really quick, pull out like a little black vial, cork that back, and then we see Alice's face begin to emulse with like that same dark black smoke, and she has advantage on the stealth check. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Bonus action, use a potion. Action, stealth check.
Hit it. 24.
Nice. Double 18s too. Yeah, you're able to find your own little place. The darkness conceals you for the most part. You kind of blend into the shadows. And then you can hear the boys like running through. Good idiot, don't jump into the Fumos. The what? The guy says back, Ventus! And they dispel your Fumos. Oh, I think they went that way! And they start, one of them points off toward where your friends went. No, they went up by the hills, the other one says, pointing just a little bit to the left. Alice, you're in the dark. They seemingly are going to move in the direction of your group. Is there anything you want to do? They're ready to dash.
I'm waiting until they turn away, and I'm gonna hit one in the back with a second Sephiroth.
If you do that, that'll fully break your stealth. And it will be you up against like 8 Slytherin boys.
Even if I subtle cast it?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Subtle cast just makes it so you don't have any verbal component. That doesn't mean that there isn't the, flash of magic that comes from where you are and shoots across the field.
Okay. Could I throw a rock to change their direction to make the sound go from someone else? Would that?
I love it.
Because I'm in darkness, so they can't see where it would come from.
Totally.
So I want to do that.
So you can see they're heading off toward your friends. You go down and grab onto a hefty stone that almost fits, like is almost too big for your hand. Make a sleight of hand or athletics check, your choice, to throw it far and make a big sound by hitting like a tree.
15.
Fuck yeah. You give it a good huck. It whips through the underbrush and then hits the hefty trunk of a great oak down here. And the oak even has like a sort of hollow in it, so it kind of resounds like a drum. And you can see a bunch of them turn, "That way, you idiots!" Billiam yells, and he's going to start running that way. They all kind of run past you. And you're good.
Okay. Then I will run
You
up
stand
to
up.
everyone else.
You go to move in the direction where your friends are, and you don't see any of them. Cutting back over toward the rest of the group, you guys were able to successfully get away. Eventually you don't hear like the sound of rushing, you don't hear spells being thrown or anything, and you guys find a little outcropping of rocks. Taylor hops over to the other side, so does Gemma and Anastasia, and you guys all pull in there. You guys are quiet for a minute, then that minute passes. Okay. Good. Good thing I heard them. Gemma says. I told you, Anna, you need to be more quiet.
There's nothing good about this. We lost Alice. We need to go get her.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
You can't be serious right now.
What?
You can't
It's the middle of the forest. We don't know where Alice is. What are we gonna go looking for her and find Billiam's crew? She does have
yeah,
a point, Ernestine says.
we outnumber them, and also you can't just live here with them.
Saoirse's like, I don't want to leave Alice all alone in the forest. What if she encounters something big? It hurts her or something. Oh, come on, it's
Exactly.
Alice, Gemma says back. And what were you saying?
That is a good point. Alice can handle herself, Edgar.
Thank you. Why don't we just set
Yeah.
up shop? It's getting dark anyway. No, I don't want to leave her alone, Saoirse says.
I don't want to either. Cersei, I suggest we go look for her together.
Or I will look for her. I'm the eldest here. I'll figure it out. You guys set up camp.
Let me help you at least. You're not going out there alone.
Edgar?
I think
Oh, sorry, Anne.
no, she's just going to say, I think splitting up the group more is going to get us separated. Alice is very competent. She can probably find us.
You don't know this. Maybe she's not even free. Maybe
Right.
they captured her.
Oh, what if they did? Oh no, maybe she might periculum, Gemma says.
She's going to give her like a death stare. She's not. She wouldn't
You know
do that.
what? Maybe all of you guys go out and try to find her, and we'll set up camp for everybody and start a meal or something.
Oh, there's no way we're leaving you alone with a suitcase. Forget about that.
Oh, come on, we have a truce, Edgar.
Oh, yeah, that you will probably break.
How many times do we prove ourselves to you? I mean, Edgar, at the beginning of the tournament, I could have left you to their own devices.
You needed us at the beginning of the tournament. This is different. We're reaching the end. It would probably suit you best if we died or, I don't know, periculum.
Okay, then leave Anne with us, and then you go out and you guys go try to find Alice, bring him back. Ernestine says.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right, come on. Okay. So
Anne,
Edgar heads
Be
off.
careful. And then he's going to head out.
Thanks, Edgar.
Okay. Anne, you guys find like not too far, just like right in this outcropping of rocks, a good place to set down the suitcase. And it's about this time, and that you can see long shadows that are being drawn by the trees, but you notice something beautiful. You see up ahead of you a mountain. You've never been this close. They're always at the edge of the Hogwarts Valley, but Scottish mountains are old. You know, they're old giants that have been weathered and worn with time, almost like ginormous hills at this point. You can see that covered in that emerald green, and you can see the sun now casting a amber and purple haze over the sky.
It is pretty out here. She'll kind of say as they're setting up camp. Do I happen to see any bodies of water while I'm looking at the mountains?
You happen to see any bodies of water? No.
Okay.
This is just sort of in passing as you're heading into the.
Yeah, then she'll head into the suitcase and barricade herself in one of the rooms. for safety.
You and Will?
Yeah, me and Will, since we're outnumbered.
Second. I think like Gemma's like, Anne, we're gonna be making food. She yells up as you're like, you have closed the door, you know.
Mm-hmm. We're good. We have snacks. Thank you. And she'll sort of duro. She'll push a dresser in front of the door and duro it.
I wish this would be a perfect time to have Mike here for roleplay. That's too bad.
I know.
We'll silently, we exchange a silent look of understanding, and our friendship deepens.
Yeah.
Silently.
Our friendship deepens. You know,
Silently.
it's like in like Fallout games, like Bethesda games, where it's like, Mike will remember this. You know, Mike, or like Baldur's Gate, when it's like, Will liked this action.
Exactly.
Okay. Alice, you may make me a survival check.
Okay. Four.
Okay. You try to find your friends, but I mean, you've never been up here ever in your life. It's all new. Mountains in the distance, sun's going down, visibility draining. You've saved them, but now you're all alone. Um, okay. Interesting. Sorry, I just need to structure some stuff in my head.
Okay.
All right. All right. Edgar, I'm gonna cut over to you guys for a minute.
Mhm.
You and Anastasia go looking through the forest. Don't just start yelling your name. Slytherins might still be out here.
Of course.
Let me tell you, they're nasty. Yeah. Not even during classes do they hold back. Defense against the dark arts, or like their people become their own personal punching bags.
I know. I'm part of them as well. But by the way, thank you for everything.
Edgar, in the end, we are going to have to be enemies.
I know, but still, I appreciate everything that you do. You didn't need to rescue me. You rescued me. You didn't need to rescue Alice. You're rescuing her. You're a good person.
You and Ty have been getting closer. I guess I never really told you that I think you two are really cute together.
Thank you.
He doesn't
That's
shut
very
up
nice
about
of
you
you to say.
nowadays.
He doesn't.
What? Is that your phone?
That's all that was my fault.
Well, good. Wait a second. What is it? Your birthday? You just keep getting all these like notifications.
Sorry, that distracted me. My brain forgot everything that happened. 1 second. Okay, I'm focused now. Sorry, I'm here.
So yeah, Anastasia says, I think you two are really cute together.
Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. I'd like to think so as well.
You both are also amateurs when it comes to the dating scene.
Excuse you. I mean, it's true, but
If you ever
she's
need any
trying.
help, you know, like after we're no longer competing with each other, just know that I'm there to help. Okay?
Thank you. And he's going to go for like a little quick hug.
And oh, you go for a hug?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, boy. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, make a persuasion check.
Persuasion check. Okay. I'm good at those. Please. 14. It's not horrible.
Just stop. Edgar, stop it.
Fine. Just know that I can help you with anything you need as well.
Hmm. Make a perception check to see what if you can maybe find Alice. Now that DC is very high because she got herself pretty fucking like lost.
I'm
Here.
not good at those, so yeah,
You might
12.
notice something that leads you to her. Okay. He's traveled for a little while. No sign of the billion boys or anything. Little question, she says, about Alice.
Sorry, what did you say? No question.
She said, a little question
Oh,
about
right.
Alice.
Yeah.
How long have you
So-
known her?
Since first year. She was actually my first friend.
Oh, you guys must be really close.
I'd like to think so. I mean, she was the first person I talked with ever since I started attending here. She was always nice. She's
As
going
I
through a lot.
understand, she's dating another boy in your year.
Oh yeah, Darcy. Another Gryffindor.
Well, I guess that complicates things.
How so?
Maybe I said too much.
No, you have said barely anything at all, actually.
I have really enjoyed hanging out with her lately. She kind of is
Sorry.
like looking down and around nervously.
I didn't catch that. What did she say? Sorry.
She said, I've really enjoyed hanging out with her lately.
Oh,
I mean, she's a tough cookie. I really seriously doubt that she'd ever curriculum just for getting lost. She'd probably live out here for a week if she needed to be. She had the motivation.
oh, absolutely. She'd rather die than cast curriculum and cost us to lose the contest. To be honest, she has that probably hero syndrome. She wants to protect everyone. We're kind of similar in that sense.
You guys seem really close.
As I said, I'd like to think we are. But if you're interested in her in that way, I think she's pretty close with Darcy. I can talk with her though about this.
That might get more complicated.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know if you're like Ernesia, because Ernesia.
Are you kidding me? I'm the original Ernesia, she says. I was her mentor in second year when she was talking about Macy, she says, with like a little chuckle.
Oh, so you're that kind of person. Well, I don't know if Alice is like that, but I can talk with her.
That would be great, if you ever saw her again.
Oh,
If you
we
do,
will.
well, probably. If
I
you
mean,
need help.
okay.
Stupefy.
Ah,
And I did a stealth check to see if she has surprise on you. I rolled, and I'm not kidding, a natural 20.
so I cannot react, right?
You cannot react because you are surprised.
Not even curse breaking or anything. Okay.
There's no reaction. It's only if you have an ability that literally is free. It has no like action, bonus action, anything like that I think you can use.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'm stupid.
There's a bright red flash of light and darkness. Damn it, Edgar, she says, standing there as you're unconscious. Oh, that's somewhere really safe for him. I really hope Gemma's plan works. And she's going to drag your body to a safer place. And like she's gonna like hide you in her leaves and stuff.
Fuck's sake.
You are asleep for 8 hours.
Amazing.
And maybe, Alice, now you see why I did Edgar's scene first.
Yup.
Alice,
Hi.
you realize after a little while, as darkness comes, that there will be no finding your group, not tonight.
Mhm.
There's no periculums, because you can do Vertimilius, it's a green flare, you can do that. None of that.
Mhm.
I guess they probably wouldn't want to give away their position. And you know you're in the right direction at least. So you're probably within half a kilometer from them.
Mhm. Mhm.
How are you feeling, Alice?
I think she's. Oh,
Sorry about that. That was a sneeze.
no worries. I think she's glad that everyone else got away. She's frustrated she couldn't do more. She's probably, as the time goes on, the gladness kind of goes away and the frustration starts to take more and more of her like emotional attention. So she's probably just she's not
Hyper-focused.
being loud, but she's like has her wand out and she's just like practicing moving it like back and forth as like a way to get her energy out.
Night is coming. What do? You don't have the Magnificent Mansion anymore.
No, but
You would have your pack.
Mm-hmm. I think she's gonna try to find a place that is buffeted by trees, so that she's out of the way. She's trying to be as small as possible in this forest.
You may make
not just for like people coming by, but because she knows that there are creatures out here, so she wants to be as low profile as possible.
You may make another survival check.
Okay.
And I'll count this also for like building a fire if need be, if you want to eat,
Okay. 14.
Gathering stuff. Okay. Not bad. Takes you a bit of time. It's a lot harder to do at night, so it takes you longer.
Mm-hmm.
But you cast out like a lumos and then like turn it to be a little dim and then maybe fit it under your ear so it's kind of like a headlamp. You gather up some your tent. You are able to put that up a lot better than Edgar ever did. You find like because you only have a little bit of snacks left. You have like a tiny bit of trail mix. So you look around and are able to find like some like shiitake mushrooms, very very distinct with what they are. So you're like, oh, good. And we find ourselves sitting at a camp with Alice. She sits at the edge outside of her tent. The fire is like radiating onto her skin, keeping you nice and warm. And at the end of a stick, there's a kebab of shiitake mushrooms that you're roasting over the fire. And then Alice, and it's probably like 9 p.m. It's been mostly pretty quiet. You've kept your fire low, so it's mostly just embers, not to alert anybody else. And then you feel a rumble. The ground shakes unnaturally. And then a huge gale of wind flies past. You can feel like the whole trees beginning to wane and creak left. You're quite high up. You didn't notice any curriculum or anything. The winds actually snuff out your fire. And they even kick up like a few embers up into the air. You can see it starts to like light up some dry grass nearby.
Mhm.
You're able to easily cast Augmenti though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna snuff that before something happens.
And stamp it out a bit. The wind begins to cease. It was like a half a second of a hurricane. And then you look back.
Was it circular wind or was it directional?
Directional. It was moving from the southwest toward where you were.
Okay.
Do you want to make
I
me a
didn't see
perception
anything.
check?
Yeah. Let me do that. Oh, good roll. 23.
Damn. Far, far off, you see a light. Teeny tinily twinkling light. So you're higher up here. You're able to see the forest below. And way, way off in the distance, you can see the tops of towers. You can just barely see. It's probably the size of a peanut in your vision. You can see Hogwarts School.
Hmm.
23. You see a distant, like, dark cloud around the school. It's kind of on the southern edge of it. Northern edge of it, I mean.
Mhm.
And you can see it dissipating from the wind. Huh. Fire's out.
Yeah.
But your shiitake mushrooms are nice and roasted.
So that dark cloud's going away, as far as I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's dissipating from that wind that kicked up.
Weird wind. I don't know what you can make of that exactly, because
Yeah. You don't have a whole lot of information to go on.
the direction is just back to the school. There was a cloud, and now it's gone.
The wind is coming from the direction of the school.
Yeah.
But you've also noticed that wind when people have curriculum. There's like a wind, and then like it ceases very quickly. The Hogwarts wards reaching out and grabbing somebody and teleporting them back.
So, like, the ward activated, but there was no curriculum.
But you didn't see it. I mean,
Okay.
There could have been one that you didn't see.
Okay.
All right. So Alice, you munch on your kebab and get into bed.
Bundle myself into the darkness.
Mm-hmm. It's a cold night. For your sleeping bag. You kind of curl up all of your limbs and try to remain warm. You only got a 14. If you had a higher survival check, you could have veritoed like a metal pan and then put the embers into the metal pan and then made it like a bedpan to like keep you like warm underneath. But anyway, that's just me being a little Boy Scout. Where was I? It's been so long since I've gone camping, and I want to. Anne,
Yes,
you barricaded yourself in a room.
I did.
Mm-hmm. That night, as the two of you did what you could to make sure that no one could get in, you stayed quiet, putting down into your beds. The fireplace in your room offered nice amounts of warmth and light. You could see Will sort of like sitting at the edge and just staring at it. Kicks around the wood for a little bit at the edge of the fire. And you drop back. And you kind of feel something almost tug at you, like it's almost choking you. Oh, Nolan's pendant.
Mm,
Still wearing it, right? Pretty sure you were.
yes.
Mhm. Give us some context as to that scene. Even if it's not internal context, it's up to you if you want to do that. What the audience would see of Anne.
She is sort of very on edge. She and Edgar are kind of attached to the hip. And she's sort of very aware that she's outnumbered. Very cornered kind of feeling. And then Nolan's, that sort of tug, I think, just compounds that feeling on a larger level. So I think she's just very tense, I would say.
Make me a perception check.
$24.
All right. Late at night. I think maybe actually now we're prior to what I'm saying. So we're talking maybe it's midnight. And there's a knock at the door. Knock, 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 knock. I got some food, Taylor says. If you guys are hungry.
We're good. Thanks, Taylor.
Okay. I'll just leave it here outside the door. And Taylor leaves. You can hear her footsteps walk away. Do you want to take it? Or do you leave it?
It is. So what Anne and Will had done was Duro a dresser in front of the door with the
Mhm.
intention not
Stone. Yeah.
to open
Yeah.
it. So I don't think
Okay.
they would.
Totally.
Yeah.
So you leave it for a little while, and then you go to sleep. It's about 4 a.m. that you begin to awaken with your 24 your perception check. You feel something odd. You're not sure why you've woken right away. You look over toward Will, and he's still fast asleep. And then you notice your heart begins to sink as the realization sets in. You see a hanging lantern swaying ever so softly.
Okay. Like there's someone in the room that I can't see.
No, you've not only feel the hanging lantern swinging, but also a slight vibration.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah.
Then the vibration stops.
Okay. Anne's gonna poke Will and sort of whisper to him. I think they've moved up somewhere.
What?
Um,
Oh shit! Will like grab his shit as quick as possible.
and we've stopped moving. Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Will casts out like releases his Duro and then just like with his wand whips the bookcase to the side wall.
Okay. Yeah. Anne's gonna. I don't think we should leave. I think they're gonna ambush us. If they've put us somewhere, they either put us somewhere we can't get out, or they're going to ambush us as soon as we exit. So, fuck. Well, I guess we don't have a choice.
Will peeks out the door. Hello? 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 Damn it.
Okay.
His voice echoes down the hall.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that we don't have a choice. We're gonna have to duel. I mean, if they're waiting, there's nothing to do. So I guess Anne just pulls out her wand, gets dressed as fast as she can, and
Like 5
tries.
a.m. Like Will's like rubbing his eyes, like, oh fuck. It's so early. Too
Yeah,
early for this shit.
tries to I guess be as on guard as possible, and see if they can exit the suitcase.
Okay. Who had the key after everything? Who pulled it out with the riddle? I think it was Alice.
I have it.
Thank God it was Alice. The keys are with Alice. Just gonna say.
There by myself in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Better than Edgar having the key. Let me tell you.
God. Oh, and I do, no offense to Will, but I think he and I are, neither of us are combat wizards, so this will be fun. Okay.
And you and Will end up kind of doing like a SEAL Team 6 around every corner, making sure that if like they're lying in wait, that you have a good chance of surviving. But the more you explore, the more you realize the Slytherin girls are gone. They're not in the mansion.
Yeah. Anne suspects that they have left, but maybe waiting outside the mansion.
So we cut to you and Will like at the doors of the mansion. What do we do? How do we do this on
Alright.
3?
Yeah, on 3, I guess. Just try not to have Protego ready, I suppose.
He nods. Yeah. Already ahead of you.
Let's do it. 1,
You can see him fire up
2,
on Protego.
3.
3! You guys beat down the door and immediately are streamed by the streams of sunlight outside. The sun has just come up for the sunrise, and nothing. No spell gets thrown your way. You look around, and you find yourselves at the precipice. Whoa! He quickly grabs onto you, Anne, and I want you please to make me a dexterity saving throw. You find yourself on the precipice of a great canyon.
Okay. 24.
Nice. So with a high deck save like that, not only are you, saved by Will, you look down as like the briefcase that you guys just stepped out of, no longer has like balance, and it begins falling off the edge, and you quickly are able to grab onto it. Whew. You pull it up with you, and you are just in the middle of the forest. You got that like morning mist that's coming over the lowest reaches. It's quite like chilly in the morning out here, and you can hear birds chirping all around.
Shoot. Does it look like we've moved from where we were? Well, obviously, but does it look
Completely.
even remotely? Okay, yeah.
You see the same mountain,
Okay.
so you're still up here on the plateau, but who knows how far you've gotten?
Pitches. Okay. Shoot. Well, I guess we just have to try and find our team before
Fuck.
something else finds us.
And that's going to be our 2-hour break. So we're gonna take our 10-minute break right now. We'll come back and figure out what the fuck we're doing with our lives.
Sounds good.
See you guys in 10 minutes. Hello, everybody. Looks like we're back.
Hello.
Hi.
You know, Anne, I always notice you leaving. I think I brought this up once before, but you can mute the tab if you don't like the music or something.
Yeah, no, it's because usually we like I don't know how to do that. I'll be honest. I don't know how
So,
to mute
are
the
you
tab.
using Chrome? Are you using Chrome?
Yes.
Okay, so just right click the tab like right now, and you'll see a drop down menu. And if you look down, you can see mute site.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I do see
You
that.
can choose to turn it back on, obviously.
You learn something new every day.
Look at that. Personal growth.
Every day is a school day.
Okay. Edgar,
hmm
you awaken. Huh? You smell immediately the smell of ash from around you. You feel like you have like the biggest hangover in the world. Your vision is blurry and you try to rub your eyes. And you look around you and can see all of the vegetation within a like actually I think it's like a 20-foot radius is burnt. You're fine though. Covered a bit in ash. And you notice a little ring of blue flame 20 feet out that completely surrounds you.
God damn it. Fuck's sake.
Finally, you're awake. You can hear Azreth.
Where am I?
Same place you were last night. I couldn't exactly wake you, unfortunately. Healing magic, not my strong suit.
Wait. Where's Anastasia? What did she do?
What do you think she did? He appears from around you. She betrayed you, just like I said she would. And I recommended that you betray her first, but here we are.
I knew it was coming. I didn't expect it from her. I expected it from Gemma.
Oh,
Oh, no.
please, you were soft on her by the end. Oh, Anastasia, you know how much I care about you. You're in a competition. Wake up.
Well, I'm awake now, and I'm telling you, she's going to pay.
I guess
Did
we'll
she get
see
my
about
wand?
that.
Where's my
Oh,
wand?
she didn't take it. Perhaps a bit of a soft spot, he says, and you can see him hold it in his hands, and he like tosses it out toward you.
Okay.
I, however, had to be the one standing here over your body all night. Had to defend you quite a bit too, he says, and you can see all of the fire, that ring of fire that's just one exact perfect like circle around you.
You did this?
Out of my word.
Well, thank you. Regardless of how I personally feel about you, and despite you doing it because it also benefits you, thank you.
Oh, Edgar. What did we learn?
To never trust anyone.
Ugh. Are you so insistent on staying in this little pocket that you've found yourself in that's so comfortable that you're not able to reevaluate your own personal beliefs? Never trust anyone, please.
Must be selective on who you trust.
I just feel so stupid. I mean, I knew it was happening, but I should have seen it coming, to be honest.
You should
You're
have
right.
acted first. Have you been listening at all of what I've been teaching you? Where does power come from?
From within,
Action.
obviously.
What's the use of power, having it, if you don't wield it?
I hate to admit it, but you're right.
And now look at you. Powerless. No idea where your friends are, nor do I, he says, looking around. And an entire group that is ready and willing to move on without you. You have less than half a day to get the next trial if you want to continue in this competition. Not that I care.
Wait. Billiam's group. That's it. We have to find them.
Oh, why is that?
Because obviously I'm going to use them to get Anastasia out of this competition. We are going to give them all the information we have, make a deal, hunt down Anastasia and the group, and then when it's time, betray them and win the competition.
Still, you are blind, he says, and he will fade, and all the fire disappears.
I have to find Alice first.
Out of character, what he cast around you was a Protego Diabolica.
Oh, I love that spell. I love that spell.
To protect you in the center of it.
Oh. With that being said, once Azath is gone, Edgar is going to first try and locate Alice. That's his first goal.
Oh.
And his second goal is to find the Slytherin boys.
Make me a survival check.
Survival check. 2nd. 18.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, I just received some unfortunate news.
Oh,
Apparently some people in New York, power's out. So I get that sorted. Where were we? You had an 18?
18, yeah.
Okay. So that's okay. We're gonna do the next scene, and that's good to know. Alice.
Hi.
You awaken in the morning, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, early enough to do some exploration. How early do you get up?
I think she's awake at first light, but I think she's moving about an hour later.
Okay, so about 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. Make me a survival check as well,
Okay.
and also a perception check.
Okay, so a 15 on survival, a 16 on the perception.
Okay. You go trying to see if you can find any kind of evidence as to where these people went, where your friends are.
Mhm.
Eventually, you're able to see 2 sets of tracks. You notice like the same kind of uh, bottom, like pattern of a shoe as Will was wearing. He's wearing very like special shoes
Mhm.
at the time. They're kind of like track shoes. This is Will. Your luck has turned. It seems like they're on the move right now. Just too bad. It's gonna make it a little bit harder to find. And then you hear something. You hear a distant whooshing sound. You look around and look up and catch, like, at first, what almost looks like a large bird, like a vulture or something, which would be weird to see in Scotland. But then you notice a person on a broom flying overhead. It's Ernesia.
Fucking bitch.
You don't know what's happened, Alice.
She lied about not finding a broom, though.
That is true. Yes, yes, yes. She did lie about it. Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Do you want to
go
make me?
follow-
Why don't we make this a roll?
Okay,
You can make me an insight check
got it.
to see if you have enough intuition.
10.
10. You can't be sure about anything. Please roleplay as Alice would, not necessarily knowing, just knowing that she lied.
God, I'm gonna have to talk to her about that. I don't know why she's lying. Probably for a good reason for herself, but whatever. We'll talk about that later. She'll look back to the tracks, follow the tracks first. Maybe they came as a group.
Okay. So you just let her pass?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I
Can't
think,
keep
like,
up with the.
one, you can't keep up with that. Yeah. I mean, you could flag her down, but also, you've got Will's tracks, only 2 sets.
Right.
Currently walking, it's either Will and Edgar or Will and Anne. One of them's gone, and Ernesia's on a broom. They got separated again? Things are getting fishy.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess you let her pass,
Yeah. I'm gonna follow
wanting
the
to
tracks.
play it safe. Um, two. Okay. While you're here, a few minutes later, as you're passing through a forest pathway, following these tracks, you hear a heavy snap of a branch nearby. Alice?
Just give me 1 more second.
Oh, yeah,
Gotta grab something.
sure thing.
Sorry, I'm back. I was cooking a pizza during the break and just finished. So I'm back.
Yeah, wouldn't want it to burn, right?
Right.
So, right. So you heard a as you're walking along the forest path, maybe a few minutes later, you could hear a heavy snap of a branch nearby, up, like kind of up the hill from where you are on the trail in the
I
forest.
will turn to look in that direction.
All right. You notice a person currently like trying to climb down the hill and snaps through a tree that has fallen over and it's dead. And you can hear a voice go, "My goodness, Edgar, just stick to the trail."
If I could, I would. There's no stupid trail here.
What
Where the
is
fuck
one on the
is
left?
Alice?
Edgar?
Alice?
Oh, you've
Oh my god!
me.
God damn it. Edgar, come here. Quick.
I'm coming. He's going to run. He's going to like try and hug you.
No, back.
Oh, fine. I'm so happy to see you. I can't believe you're alive. They betrayed
Yes,
us.
I'm alive. It's fine.
They betrayed us.
Oh, God damn it.
In a sudden turn of unforeseen events, Azrath says, floating nearby.
Shut up.
You know, we would have done it once we got there, but it's fine. Whatever.
I'm just happy I didn't let Anna go after you alone. She would have stupefied you. I can't believe I was so naive. And Anne and Will are with them. So I don't know what they did with them.
I was
long
following these
since
tracks
dead.
that looked like Will's, so just follow me and I think we can circle back up.
Okay.
How
What
do you
did
know
Aswad say?
How do you know they're Mr. Wiggenweld?
How do we know him? He
I don't know. He
showed
was a
up and he's
transfer student.
potion kid.
Yeah. He came back after studying in America. I don't know. He was doing research on a potion or something.
Well, Miss Alice, I am very happy to see that you are in one piece.
I think I can survive a single night alone. Done
Clearly.
enough in my life that it's fine.
Edgar spent all of it slumped underneath of a tree.
Right. I'm assuming you know we were betrayed because you were betrayed.
Yes, it was Anna. She stupefied me. Knocked out cold.
He's very good at
Smart
it.
lass. Smart lass. Take
I
one
didn't-
person away.
I only saw it coming a second too late, Azur says.
She must have covered herself well then.
Probably. But the thing is, she would have done it to you, and you have the keys. So we were lucky, actually.
Good. Good.
We're wasting time. We need to find
Go.
them if we want to make our way to the next trial.
Let's go.
You're right.
Okay. Anne.
Mhm.
Sad that Mike's not here. It's too bad. He said he'd be here soon. But we're out of time to stall for him. So he said it'll probably be a quiet in the first half. Still gonna join. Step away an hour or so, an hour after we start. I thought he said that he'd be coming back, but I mean, I guess I didn't. I guess he didn't say that. Did he say he'd be back in the private chat?
I think so. That was my understanding.
So I
But
thought it was. He'd be like back in the second half, but I'm realizing that he didn't actually say that. To run at the same time. He said be back in an hour or so. Okay, yeah, so it is over an hour, so he should be back any moment. Okay, Anne.
I think Will and Anne have a really deep conversation about their feelings that reveals a lot about each of them as characters, and they talk about
Yeah.
childhood.
Yeah, you find out that he is a were dragon, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not an animagus form. Yeah,
Dang.
yeah.
It's
He was raised by dragons in a
that's crazy.
cave. Anyway, and you and Will have been walking for quite a while, trying to find any kind of evidence of your friends or of maybe a lake. You know, whatever the hell that you can get here.
Yeah.
What you end up finding is a river. You can, I think, like, Will hears it. You hear that? You hear that whooshing sound, and you guys walk over in that direction and can see this beautiful little glade. The river runs through it and goes down some rocks. And there's like trees up on either side and a little embankment on the side of the river. And you notice a tent through the brush.
Well, we definitely want to avoid that. uh, Anne's going to kind of turn to Will. Well, you know, rivers often end up, you know, or either start or end in lakes. So maybe we just follow the river east and see where we go, where we end up.
I think that's a great choice, yeah.
Awesome.
You see that camp?
Yeah. I don't know that we want to get in any kind of altercation right now. There's only two of us, and I'm not a duelist.
Gonna roll a little perception check. I don't know about you, but I don't see anybody. It looks empty.
Sure. It looks empty.
What if it's Alice?
That's a good point. Okay, let's just be careful. I don't want to get ambushed.
If you want to stay here, I can be pretty stealthy when I want to.
Oh, yep. I would love to stay here, actually.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Stealth check. A 2.
No!
He's so loud the whole way down. He's like doing his own like music. Dun, 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 dun. And, but his investigation check, which I know that is pretty high. Okay. Which is a 17. So like you're there sitting, you know, in the tree line. You can't see the much about the little encampment, but you suddenly hear like a splash. Sploosh. Oh, these are my new shoes. Will says. Obviously, there's no one there because if there was somebody, he would have gotten shot at by now.
Absolutely.
Eventually, he makes his way back. You can hear like the snapping of twigs as he's like, Anne, where were you?
I'm right here.
Oh, I knew you were around here.
Was it Alice?
No. But it was, let's just say that it looked like whoever had this encampment left in a hurry. There's actually quite a few tents down there.
Dang.
There's 4 of them. There's like mud, and it seems like they were running all around the area. The fire still has embers under the ash. Whole packs were left down there.
Sounds like they might have curriculumed out maybe a nighttime raid.
Do you not
get your stuff if you curriculum?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't know.
And that is when Alice, you are able to reach the end of that trail, and you end up finding Anne and Will just standing on the trail, in broad daylight. The two of them are discussing over something, and you can hear the rushing of water nearby.
Alice, oh my god.
Oh, here, now.
Oh, what?
You're standing in the open.
There's no one here. Will just made a whole bunch of noise and no one attacked us. So
I was perfectly stealthed, thank you very much.
he was
So-
not.
We could literally hear you like 10
Edgar, oh
minutes
my
walk from
gosh, he
here.
found Alice. Oh, thank goodness.
Anastasia stupefied me. How did you escape?
Oh, they tried to throw us off a cliff or like balance us on a cliff. But we barricaded
What?
ourselves in one of the rooms. So we have the suitcase, and Alice, you have the keys, I assume.
Yes,
So
I
we're
have the
actually in
key.
pretty good shape.
Did they actually almost throw you off a cliff? That's actually
Yes.
dangerous, though.
Well, Gemma's a huge bitch, so
Well,
Yeah,
they're
well,
not getting away with this.
It's
I'm
kind of a
telling you now.
stupid plan.
I was just starting to like her.
Ugh.
You're doing a thing based on chance, and obviously it's gonna fail if you give them the chance. You should do something a little more smart and
But the
exact.
thing is, why did they not take us out completely? Why didn't they just throw you off the cliff? What is this?
I think I might have that, Azra says and appears next to Edgar.
Right. What's your idea then?
You were weak. The moment that Alice got cut off with the group. We all know that Alice is one of the best fighters here. She was gone. There was a possibility, a vulnerability to exploit, and they were there to do it. I'm not certain they had it planned that they'd be doing it tonight, but I knew that they'd be doing it as soon as they could because they understood that there's no use in betraying the other unless you're the first to do it. You all were separated in spars, and you very easily allowed Edgar to go off on his own, to be alone with the enemy. But I will say that fate is on your side. Oddly. He does have like an odd look on his face. Like he's almost in disbelief as to how easily you guys were able to find each other.
well, we're just lucky, I guess. Unlike the people who got attacked over there.
It's something else. Something more. This forest is vast. All different kinds of, well, dangers that you could find yourselves in, and yet all of you are here on the same riverbank, in the same area.
Edgar,
If you yes,
when did you get knocked out? Did you feel the wind?
what wind?
Like,
Oh. You felt it too, didn't you?
Azra says, because he was obviously awake.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
he was asleep at the time.
I'm not sure what it was because it could have been a normal thing, but there's clouds at the school. It was interesting.
Azrath is staring at Anne.
At Anne?
Mhm.
What? What's up?
Hmm?
You're staring at me.
I stare at many people. he says, like a little smile.
What the fuck?
Do
Okay.
you know anything, Anne?
About
The wind
what?
and the clouds at school.
The wind in the clouds at the school? I didn't see it.
No, I'm not saying you did.
No, I don't think so. I mean, oh, I mean, does it have? Do you know the answer? She's gonna turn to Azor. Should I know what the wind is?
Any of you take divinations class?
No.
None of you.
We despise
It's not my
divination.
best subject.
I dabble a bit. It seems you all are on a great path. One laid before you. The question is by who? Not
Or
I.
by what? Sometimes these things are etched into the fabric of reality.
If you are implying fate or destiny or any stupidness like that, I will remind you that none of those are real.
Sure. And prophecy isn't either.
Of course they're not. Do you truly believe that your life is predetermined? That's stupid.
Not predetermined, just on guide rails.
No, that's ridiculous. And I refuse to accept such a sentiment.
Doesn't
What
mean you can't
exactly
break
did we
from them.
find here? Azra says, pointing
There's
out toward the river.
There's a tent, isn't there?
A bunch of
There's
them.
a couple.
Yeah.
Can we investigate those?
And we have very little
we'll-
time. You found the river, as Anne was saying, as we arrived. Perhaps we should just go find our lake.
Yeah, I think we should
But there's a
follow it.
reason we're here. No need to run from destiny, right?
Ooh, don't say that. That triggers Edgar. Oh my god.
Azra stays quiet, and he will give a little bow toward Alice, like, your choice, and he disappears.
I'm gonna look around, Edgar.
Where does the river lead?
Probably to a lake, which is where we're supposed to be going.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want to see if I can figure out whose tent these are, why they're just abandoned and not picked up and packed.
Alice,
Well,
you also know about Ernesia, and like, it makes a lot more sense now as to why she was flying.
Yeah.
They, with a flying person, they could see a lake easy.
Mhm.
They'd find a lake real quick.
Yeah.
Not only that, but that's probably how they transported and left Anne and Will so quickly.
Mhm.
Edgar's going to wait for Alice, and then once the group is assembled, they will follow the river, I assume, unless someone wants to do something else.
I think Alice was saying that she wanted to do her own.
Yeah, after sit down with the tents.
Yeah, I'm just picking through to see if I can find any identification or why they
Alice?
ran away.
Make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay.
Because, yeah.
10.
10. Okay. Down here, 4 tents lay with their interiors somewhat scattered. You can see objects, packs, cases laying strewn around mud. The mud is probably due to the washing up of the water itself. A fireplace sits in the center of it all, and you can see so many tracks that are pushing through the mud around the campsite. One of the tents, you notice, has a big gash, like it's been ripped on one side. There was definitely a struggle here, a fight that ripped down. With a 10, there's not much more that you can figure out from that.
Do I?
You can make a survival check if you want.
Yeah.
Separate information.
Natural 20.
Woo.
Oh, great. Okay. Your natural 20. I'm still deciding on how much, because even a natural 20 does have limits if
21,
you don't have
if you
all
wanna
of the
know the actual
information.
number.
No, it's not about total. It's more about, like, you don't have all the information.
Right.
The
so I can't-
investigation would have given you more, but there is certain information that you get specifically from a survival check. With a natural 20, it won't fill in all the holes, but it will give you a good, clear idea. All around the campsite, there's like these. It looks almost like a hail of arrows came down, impacting into the mud, like little. It's almost like if you had like a spear and like stabbed it into the mud. You
Mhm.
see kind of like jolts and lines of odd tracks. But with your
Right.
natural 20, what you notice with your survival is that they definitely didn't curriculum out. There is tracks, dragging tracks that push off into the brush. Something was dragged away from the camp.
Okay. I think Alice turns back around to the others. We're not going to the lake.
Why?
Someone was dragged off. And they didn't get out.
Okay.
We've made it this far. What? It's a competition. We can't be worrying about everybody's safety, Will says.
I think this is a little more important than 500 gold.
Can
Like
you?
what?
Will's like, "Are you kidding me? It's 500 gold." Because that's what Will would do.
That's exactly what. Yeah.
Wait, why is so sorry, Alice, and I guess maybe I'm not understanding, but why is this why do you think they're in trouble? I mean, they probably got in a fight with another group or maybe
Because
an
something's
animal or
getting
something.
dragged,
Okay.
and there was no way to get out. There was no curriculum.
How do you know?
The way everything moved. It was
But
not,
how do you know they're in a curriculum after?
You said
Yeah.
you
because
felt.
there were.
You said you felt wind last night.
Yeah.
Mike, Will says. Doesn't that happen when people curriculum out?
It wasn't in this direction.
Oh, and by the way, just to be clear, the wind doesn't come from where you are when you cast curriculum. It comes from toward the castle.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there would actually be no direction to get
Okay.
there.
I don't know then. Just I know they don't. I know they didn't.
Well,
Because
then
the
maybe
dragging
they're
marks.
Because the drag marks are here, so something stayed back.
okay.
How
Then
important is this for you, Alice?
Did I have any sort of identification of whose tent this is?
You didn't succeed on the investigation check, so you'd have to
Right.
bring down Edgar and Anne down here to see if they could find something that you didn't.
Do you want to help me find out who this is? And then if it's no one, then we can just leave. But I want to check it out.
Fine.
okay. All right.
Edgar
yeah.
rolled a 21 for investigation.
Damn.
There
Okay.
you go.
And
Oh,
I guess
okay.
yeah. I mean Edgar kind of found. Yeah, no, and make one because you might see something small.
16.
Okay. You guys search around the tents more. There's food here. Food that's been left. You can see a rabbit that whoever was here had caught. And you notice across the river from where the tents are, back to where you guys were walking, actually. You didn't notice it when you were over there, but from this angle, you can see a place where a tree has been blown out about halfway up, and it like is still lightly connected. It has leaned onto one side. Looks a lot like a bombarda, like exactly what happened when Alice got bombarded.
Okay.
So they were shooting across the river, or maybe was this an errant spell? Certainly, there was a fight, and there's the vestiges of that. Edgar, you look around. Yeah, some of these tracks look really weird, but you notice something sticking out of the mud. At first, you think it's a stick, but you see a little rune carved into the side. You go down and you pick it up. It's a wand. Not only that, but Edgar, with your high investigation, you have like a vision, a flash of memory. This wand pointed toward you on the first day of the competition. This is Billiam Biggs's wand. This is where they set up shop last night. The 8 of them, 4 tents, 2 each to a tent, are gone.
That's Billiam's wand. Okay.
Okay,
I
so we
think,
know who it is now.
but no, there's no
What's-
way he would have left his wand like this. I think Alice
What's
might
so
be right.
dangerous that would scare off 8 people?
I'm sure there's all sorts of stuff in the forest that would scare off 8 people. I mean, we have 4 wands from the 7th years. It looks like they got in a fight with something, you know, or another team, and they're somewhere else. And Billiam's SOL with his wand.
I don't think you guys kept all of the 7th year's wands. I think you left them with one because if they wanted a curriculum.
Yes, we left them with one.
Yeah.
We
But-
took Stella's and we took
I think we left the
other one.
French guy's wand behind.
Yeah, I think that's right.
French? There's no French guy.
Or
No,
whoever.
The
Marcus?
Ravenclaw.
Yeah, why do
Yeah,
I think?
Marcus. Oh, it's because he does have an accent.
okay.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is actually a Losa accent. It's my best attempt at it. He's from
Okay.
Ouagadou.
Okay. Okay, I know that they are freaks, but do we just leave them like this?
Yes. Why do we need to go
Because
after
they
them?
because they are people. They're still people.
Yeah, people with 7 other wands who are years ahead of us who are also in this competition.
Why do we show up here together to find this?
Azra suggested it was by someone's design.
Someone wanted us to come here and see this for some reason.
Okay. Okay.
I don't want to disagree with you, but I disagree. I think that, I mean, yes, I just don't know what we're seeing that makes us have to go after these guys. They would not
I don't
give a
think we
crap
have to
about us.
save them. I just want to find out what happens.
A good reason, Will says. Let's just think for a second that somebody, it doesn't make any sense, but has led us here. What if it's for our own demise?
Who could change reality to do that?
Not a damn
No.
person. That's why it's ridiculous.
Why would they want us dead either ways if they did that?
We're just fourth years. Like, I know we're capable, but it's
No,
either
it doesn't
very
make sense to
personal or
leave.
they know something we don't.
Okay. I have a suggestion. Let's try and finish the last trial and then come back here and find out what happened.
We might lose the tracks then.
At that point, what's the purpose of I think Will was say this. At that point, what's the purpose of getting the next trial? It'll lead us to the final one. And if we're not gonna go to the final one, then I think it's one or the other. And my vote is 500 gold.
Yeah,
As it would be, and you all know it would be.
I agree with Will. I don't really understand how we're getting to. I mean, all respect to Azrith. We were all within half a mile of each other. We're all relatively competent wizards, and this is a competition where we get attacked by all sorts of things. Like the likelihood of us, I don't know that we need to be led here by some entity. I think we just found another camp
It's
that got
just too
attacked.
much of a coincidence.
Is
We
it?
found-
It's not much of a coincidence. You literally followed his tracks.
Will's wearing special shoes. I mean,
Which
I
are
don't know.
Something
Annoying.
is. It's nagging at me. I don't know why.
Do you want to look into this and meet us at the trial site?
I don't think we should
I'm
separate.
not saying that we should
Split up
separate.
again.
Well, what do you want us to do? You two clearly don't want to follow this.
These students. You can hear Azreth's voice appear before he does. Very calmly, and he stands around the destroyed campsite. They're older than you, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes.
If you think that they couldn't hold their own against whatever came this way, cause them to be taken out of the competition one way or another, why do you think that you could handle it? 8 of them, and the 4 of you.
This is a good point.
I don't think Alice suggests we take it out. She just wants to find out what it was.
We might not have a choice if we find out what it was. I mean, we're assuming that it's dangerous.
Unless they find you in the process.
Right.
This is what I've been trying to teach you. Action is important. Acting first is the most important of all. This is secondary. Something has already happened. You are following suit, and that puts you in a state of vulnerability, not power.
But if we ignore it, and whatever happened to them happens to us when we weren't paying attention to it, then we're just in the same place.
Then we pay attention. We take this as a warning. As a danger may be coming. Another group, perhaps? Keep our eyes peeled. Be ready for what comes. Keep quiet. No more of this yelling.
Not a group. Not something that slashes like that. I think it's an animal of some sort.
Whatever it is. I will make sure that not a hair on your heads. Okay, that's a lie. I'll make sure none of you die. He says a little
Aw.
smile.
Thanks.
A limb or two missing. Part of the fun.
Is there any Alice said she thought it might be an animal. Are there any animal tracks that we can see? Or is it just footprints?
You may make a survival check.
Okay. Haven't been rolling great on these, so 15.
The drag marks. There are no human footprints next to them. But there are no, like, dog prints. There's nothing like that. It's very odd. With a 15, you don't notice any animal prints either.
Okay. I don't see any animal tracks either. So maybe whatever this is some kind of, maybe they were moved magically. We don't know what we're dealing with. So
There's something drag without carrying.
Spectres can do it. I could probably do it to you if I wanted.
No.
horrifying.
Thank you, Azrith.
Okay. We're wasting time. I think the group is leaning more towards solving the trials, so let's do that. There's no use
I'm sure they're
arguing.
already there.
So what?
I just
We
saw
still
an
have
Isia
more
flying, so
time.
I'm sure that they're already there. They already found it.
Yes, but they are probably fighting something, going by the riddle, so we definitely have time if we go and stop arguing for no reason.
Fine, we'll go. I just don't like it.
We'll keep our eyes out for whatever this is.
And Azrath, whenever you get the chance, I'd like to know what was that spell and how you kept me safe at night.
It's old magic. Powerful. The kind of thing that you wouldn't want to cross. Not all of the ash that was on the ground there was plant life. There's a lot of things that move around in the night. Anastasia covered you with leaves at the time. I think she wanted to keep you safe. Bit of a soft spot she has for you. It wouldn't have.
Quite a soft spot, betraying me like that. Doesn't matter. I'll have my revenge.
Okay, who's leading the group again?
Ali,
No, no.
you
rolled
have the
two
highest
sevens.
survival.
I rolled 2 sevens.
You have the
No.
highest survival, Anne.
Fine, fine. An 8.
Oh dear. All right, well, at least it's the morning.
Yeah. Fuck.
You guys walk your way along the river, and the river keeps going and keeps going. And there's one part where like it gets a little bit like rough to climb around, so you have to like climb through it to the other side. It's a whole ordeal to get through here. At one point, like Will is like, "Can I just like?" He's like, "I think I might be able to catch a few fish for us for later," you know. And he holds up the group for like a minute or two, and it becomes a whole thing where he falls in the water again. And then now, no longer is it, because we started at like 6 a.m. and then we found each other at like 9 a.m. and then now it's like
No.
11:30.
Oh.
And finally, through the forest, you begin to smell something. You hear the sound of frogs. Ahead, a vast lake right outside the tree line. Green It has algae that grows on the edges and cattails that sprout up amongst the shallows. On the farthest side of the lake, you can see a rocky, like rock slide that has come down and kisses the face of it from the mountain ahead. The lake is probably a few kilometers across. It's quite large.
Well, I think we found the lake.
Now
Lately.
what?
Well, I don't
Do
see
you
a
have
dragon.
way to breathe underwater?
No.
Nope.
No. Now, actually, Will is a potion subclass, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna make a herbology check. That's a nat 20! I've rolled 3 today!
For Will.
This
Oh,
is
internet.
crazy! No, I roll it for Anna too. That's nuts. I always get worried because like I feel like you guys are gonna be like, yeah, another nat 20. No, seriously. This is even a different dice than I was using. Okay, so with a nat 20, will say, well, there is gillyweed.
Gilly what?
Okay.
Read about it in the aquatic horticulture of the Highland Lochs.
And
Is it around here?
where is that?
They're native to this area. I don't know if they grow here specifically or not, but we could look around.
Sure.
What do they
let's
look
around.
like?
Yeah, so they kind of almost look like an oyster, but made all up out of green leaves, kind of folded in on one another. When you pick them up, they're covered in thick slime.
That sounds disgusting. And then we're just going to
We
start
don't have a
looking for it.
choice.
They,
What
they
do
grow
we
in the
roll?
shallows, so they should be around here amongst the cattails if there are any.
Okay.
let's look
What do
around.
we roll? Herbology?
Ology.
Okay. 7.
Herbo.
12.
14.
Alice, roll me a d4.
Okay. Come on, 4. 4!
No fucking way.
Yo!
I cannot believe that. Okay, so Anne, you look around and like you probably pull out like a few different like roots from the ground. You're like, "Is this it?" And Mike's like, "No, is this it?" Edgar, like you've got water up to your ankles, wading through the shallows out here. You're probably just like miserable. You don't see shit. You don't know what these things really look like. You've never seen them before. What if they don't even work? And Alice in the background is finding hers. But Edgar, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 11.
Make me a perception check. 1 second. I
Okay.
have to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
No worries. Okay, that's a good roll. Jesus Christ.
What'd you get?
16.
Nice.
Don't worry, guys. I got you covered with the gillyweed.
I hate to bring this up, but I assume we'll have to go swimming, and Anne cannot swim.
No.
She can't. She can't swim. So I hate. I'm
I'm
like,
gonna have
oh,
to drag
fuck.
you around.
No, she's not gonna go under there. There's no way. She can't fucking swim.
It's fine. You won't drown.
Yeah, you can breathe underwater. It should be fine.
Yes, the
Back.
existential terror will be
Welcome
overcome.
back. I rolled
Edgar,
a 16.
you rolled a 16. That's awesome.
I
So
know.
you would notice what you wouldn't normally, and that is you see quite far away on the far side of the lake a group of figures. It's Gemma's group. She's
Fuckers.
probably like 2 kilometers away, but you notice them because they're over by like the rock slide, so they're very stark and like silhouetted against the white rock. They're all standing on the shore. You try to take them in, and yeah, you can see a bunch of them just like standing out there.
Okay. Guys, I can see them. We have the element of surprise. I say we stupefy them and then finish the trial. Does anyone know abscondi?
As Edgar asked this, there is a large noise of rushing water from far off, and you guys watch something rise out of the lake. It is quite large, like we're talking the size of like a city bus. You see what is essentially the Loch Ness monster.
Oh.
It's like
What?
green. Now, of course, Loch Ness, you're nowhere near it. But anyone want to make a magical creatures check?
Okay.
I can.
Sure.
I have the class. Oh my god, this is going to be horrible. 13. Okay, that's not awful.
18.
Good
Oh,
job.
You got 18, Alice?
Mm-hmm.
You know this to be a Scottish water demon, or water devil, also known as, and I will send a picture in discussion, a kelpie.
Uh-huh.
It looks like it's like one big mass of sort of like seaweed, the large horse. And you can see silhouetted, just barely just the head, Taylor currently riding it as it drops her
Oh.
off at shore.
Great. They're done.
Oh.
Thank you.
Just in the background.
In the distance, Ernesia like puts down her sunglasses. She's been sunbathing. She's conjured like a lawn chair and everything out here. And you can see her like throw her hands in the air like woo. And yeah, the kelpie goes back underneath the water, under the waves, and Taylor like dries off, and they all are gearing up to leave. They're 2 kilometers away. They're way on the other side of the lake.
Oh god, they're gonna be gone by the time we get over there.
Okay. Well,
Now you could choose to do the trial and hope that there's keys left for you. Because it's every like it's like the first 4 teams or something to complete them get the keys. Or you could go out and see if you could track down Gemma's group
And take the key from them.
and take the key from them. Yeah.
I think I like that idea.
I like that
Sure.
idea.
Get our lake
I
back.
also like that idea.
I
Okay.
love it. I'm a little sad because it is kind of cool. Can I show you guys what you guys would have been up against?
Yes. I
Yes.
want to do the trial, but Edgar right now is pissed.
Oh, totally, right? Like revenge. I'll show you guys what it is. I got it ready prior to session. if you guys climb down, and you guys do find 4 gillyweed, so you can add that, Alice, into your
I
inventory.
guess I just have gillyweed now.
So here it is. This is now. I didn't know that they were gonna betray you right away, so I did have them. But yeah, you guys would have been here deep down under the lake. There's like this fortress, and you find out that this is actually like a low point in the valley, and there was a flash flood like a long time ago, and just kind of completely took it over and made it a lake. And there's like I have like schools of fish and stuff.
That's so cute. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's gonna have been nice.
You go down underneath, and you find this like hot area with lots of gold and shiny bits. Let me pull this up a bit. Yeah. And what waits for you at the bottom are
Right.
Ignians. You guys remember
Aw.
them from the magical creatures class at the start of the
we
year?
do.
Yeah, they're here. And the chest, which we can see right there, that has the key in it, is on its back. The
Damn.
Kelpie just so happens to be a creature that just lives here.
And
hanging
it's
out,
friends with Taylor.
Okay.
Yes, it's
Just
friends
hanging
with
out.
Taylor. Which is a second instance of her having some kind of connection with like aquatic life.
Lobsters.
Well, she left the lobsters in the suitcase, so
Wait, sorry, did I add this? Was I showing this on screen?
yes.
Okay, cool. Wonderful. Yeah. I just want to show it off because it's a cool map. Completely out of character. I also have the option of having like a pincer maneuver with Nate's group that show up, and you kind of have to fight on 2 fronts. It's fun.
Period. No, it would have been fun.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this makes things
Okay.
really interesting.
Hmm.
Guess who's gonna have to make another survival check?
I think
Yay!
Yay!
no one else feels the call to make a survival
I have a
check.
+1. You want me to roll? I can roll.
Well, now that you said, oh, I'll just roll it. Fuck it. Fine. 13, which is the highest
Oh,
survival check I've rolled
That's
this.
so sad. That's so sad, bro.
Shut the fuck up.
Give your advantage, Alex. Come on.
She already did, and it got us from a 7 to an 8.
It's all good.
the
This is
second
this is a part of the story. This is just how it goes down.
getting lost in the woods.
Exactly. So you guys decide to head off north, go after them. Because who knows? You could go do the trial, you could fight the Ignian, and there's no keys left. You know, they took the last one. You can't be sure. But you can be sure that they have one. Bastards.
Exactly.
As if this wasn't the plan all along. This wasn't the agreement that this is probably going to happen. Although the agreement was to do 3 trials and then betray each other, so, you know.
yeah, so they broke the rules, so we gotta go.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, not really.
No, there wasn't actually no, obviously not. But
Like, this is a
in
competition.
our minds, we can be mad. About
Yeah,
it.
in our minds.
You're
Exactly.
the victim, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
So we can go all out.
You guys travel for a while. Of course, you do lose them. You know the direction they're traveling, but you don't actually end up finding them right away. In fact, not right away means not at all, not for a while. See, the forest grows older the farther north you travel. Gaining ample distance from the previous trial, you trek through harsh mud and catching thorns. Up here, the trees rise wild. Every part of your journey now is dotted with dark, narrow glens where light seems to struggle penetrating. With only a 13,
as your check. You guys travel until it's about 5 p.m. Hours. You find little, like, evidences that they were out here. Broken branches, blood from, like, deer that were hunted out here for food. You can see places where somebody slipped and, like, created a big gash in the mud. You know they're in the right direction, but they just keep on moving. You find yourselves becoming tired, feeling like they've got to stop sometime, right? But this is a competition, and they have ample motivation to keep on moving. Hearing something, some weird noise. I think someone's like drawing or something. And it stopped.
No.
Sorry, I'm just having trouble focusing with it. It's either that or someone breathing. I don't know. Okay. So although it's only 5 p.m. or so, you found a shallow break in the trees where you feel more safe. The trail has run cold, and although the sun hasn't even gone down yet, it's practically nighttime here under the brush. Obviously, they couldn't all travel with the broom, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Only 2 people at a time, so they have been walking. Either they are somewhere over here, or this would be a good place to pitch camp. Maybe try to see if you can find their camp when it hits nighttime. Because they don't have the Magnificent Mansion. So they'll have to make fire. They'll have to, especially to cook that deer that they got.
Guys, what do you think? It's kind of dark. They're going to have to make a fire.
We keep going.
Okay. All right. Alice?
Yeah.
Your call? Your opinion on all this, Alex?
Sorry, I dissociated for a second. Can you repeat what you said?
We can either they're clearly going to have to stop at some point. They don't have the mansion. It is dark. Do you want to keep going or pitch camp?
See if you can find them in the night.
I think we should find them in the night. They won't be expecting it.
Okay, but let's abscond ourselves.
Okay, I can do that.
Okay. I don't want to get attacked by anything.
Yeah, no worries. I'll go cast Abscondi.
All right. You guys begin to pitch camp as best you can. Edgar, I'm going to give you a survival check to see if you can pitch a 10 or not. That was a bad way to put that. To see if you can put up a tent or not.
Natural 20.
Edgar, you figured it out! Edgar, you're so proud of yourself here.
That's
You did it.
insane. That is actually insane.
Anne, Alice, you guys may make me a investigation or perception check to kind of just like scout out the remnants of like where you are right now. See if you can find anything of use.
21 for investigation.
18 for investigation.
Oh, damn! Okay. Shit.
We're the sneak squad. We're gonna find out.
All right. Whatever it is, it's cat. I can see it now.
Let me just see if I can like turn on noise cancellation for you. No, you already have it on. Weird.
I'll mute myself now.
Thank you. Sorry. Sometimes I get distracted by little noises. That's why I literally I pay for crisp for you guys because I don't want like the little thudding and little noises to get in the way.
Oh,
Crisp is amazing, by the way. Really good. Better than any other like software or like setting on anything that I've ever found. I mean, it's the same one that Discord uses. So
yeah.
yeah, I just actually buy it like from the Crisp company so I can use it elsewhere.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you can do that.
Yeah. So Anne, we find you need to get away from all this dark. See if you can find something of more use. You climb high up. High up as you can. At the top of one of these trees, you find a quiet moment to yourself. Light now streams through, it being around 6 p.m. now, and the sun is starting to go down again. You're hoping that if you stay up here, you might be able to like see their fire that might happen. But you do notice a few things. In the distance, at first, you think it might be a hill, like a small one. But no, it's too small, too extreme to be a hill. You're able to make out the top of a single tree, and that single tree is quite large. It's not like evergreen. It's I wish I knew tree types and their names better. Probably Cat does because Cat's a genius.
I'm not a genius, okay? I'm just
One of those.
I'm just. I know
Yeah,
a lot of random.
it's not
things.
history, so why would she know, right?
Okay, what kind of tree are you describing?
Fluffy.
Maple, maybe.
Round. No, but yeah, well, that's maple. Like, I'm not saying the kind of tree. I'm talking like carnivorous or types of trees. Please look it up. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking at. Damn it. Oh, whatever. Okay, this large round tree. Its leaves like hang all over it, and you can see blowing in the wind are these long streams of moss that have caught on the branches and grow. In fact, that whole area over there looks to be a little bit more bog-like. The trees change shape a bit. Any ground that you are able to make out looks wet. You can see it reflected from the light of the setting sun. And then, what did you roll again, Anne? Got pretty high, right?
An 18.
Okay, you got an 18. Okay. Okay. And then you can see the mountain on the left-hand side. And then on the right, closer than the tree is, the tree's like 15 kilometers away. You can see on the right-hand side the top of something, a building of some kind. Obviously tall building. It looks like a steeple, like an old church or chapel. Also pretty far away, but maybe like 8 kilometers. Bit of a trek. That's what you notice, and you are perched up here to see if there's any fire or anything. So you're ready for that. Edgar, you've been able to put up the tents, so good for you. You obviously have that fully stocked kitchen. You guys don't want to stay in the mansion because you want to be able to like move very quickly, right? And who cares if you leave the tents here if need be. But you're nice and you're comfy in like your sleeping bag here, Edgar, waiting for whenever the whenever someone sees something. And the light of the fire hits your face. What do you end up making for food? You've got lots of materials, lots of like what's the word? Ingredients.
I think lemon is BRB.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Alice, you're down on the ground. You are walking around the place down here as best you can. When you trip, you're in like a semi clearing, a place where like the canopy does kind of part and there's a bit of growing waning light from the sunset. But as you're trying to like walk through a bush, you hit something very hard on your shin. And ow! And you fall straight over it as if being like what is it called? As if being clotheslined, you know? Make me a quick deck save.
Okay. 5. I gotta eat shit.
Damn. Yeah, you eat shit onto the ground. And then, like, as you start to get up, ow, you feel the whole ground shift and creak. And it drops a few inches. Whoa. Your foot falls through the ground. Whoa. You hear the snapping of wood. Now, you are able to like kind of steady yourself and push away from wherever this like unsteady ground is, and you find your back pressed against something of stone.
Huh. I want to see what this weird stone thing is.
With your original check, you're now able to see. You push aside some of like the greenery that's grown up around it. Cobbled stone. It's like a wall. Quite thin though. You notice more. You notice wood planks, old, some of them rotted. These ones have been bleached white from the sun. Sun's still going down, so visibility is waning. You look back and can see where algae, moss, and layers of dirt have covered a wooden floor. The wall itself has a right angle to it. It's a little square. Some of it is higher than others, so it's kind of died with time, but you find the foundation of a very old home.
Hmm.
The wood floor, where obviously there is a cellar underneath.
Oh boy, I'm getting in that cellar.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
Hmm. Okay. You're able to find a trap door. Maybe like using Defodio, you can kind of strip away a layer of dirt off of the area and find that bare wood. This old trap door has been here for a while. You go to give it a good yank, and it is locked.
It's old wood. I could break it.
If that's what you'd like.
But I'll do the smart, quiet thing and make sure I unlock it. I'll use a Homora. It'd be more fun if I rip the door off, but I'll do the smart thing.
Okay.
And you have absconded, yeah?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting another message right now, and I'm getting a little distracted. You're able to cast out Alohomora. There's a heavy clunk as a wood board moves, and it unlocks the door. You are able to open up the place, and there's a very old ladder that goes down into a dirt cellar.
Okay. I'm gonna climb down.
Make me an acrobatics check. It's not a high DC,
Okay.
but just don't want to fail it.
12.
Yep, you're good. The ladder creaks under you.
You're like, don't break, don't break,
Okay.
don't break.
Yeah, you get down here and drop down onto the dirt floor. It's a little wet. Water kind of accumulates at the bottom. Scotland's very rainy. You can see areas where moss has grown on the side of the cellar itself. But there are very old. There's a chest, and there's also what is it called? Blah, blah, blah. There is shelving units that have glass containers in them.
Hmm.
If you'd like to see if there's anything of value, you can make me a potion making check or a herbology check.
Okay. We'll do herb. 14.
Sorry about that. 14.
Mhm.
I think down here you're able to find a few ingredients. This must have been a wizard's place. You can find one bundle of potion ingredients, quality potions ingredients, the kinds that hold up over the years. We're talking pickled stuff, fermented things that Will can definitely use to help you guys out if need be. And you also find a odd plant. It's a sort of it's held in an emulsion in a jar, and it's like a red plant. It seemingly has been preserved over the time. There's salt that floats inside of it that has formed into little cubes over time, separated itself from the water with the growing cold and the heat over and over again. It's witch's ganglion, a very rare potion ingredient, useful for uh, crafting higher quality potions.
Mhm, mhm. Well, I'm definitely taking that.
Sager
Although,
back. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I was like, I'm definitely taking that, and then I'm gonna look in the chest too before I leave.
You kick that thing open and roll me a D100.
D100. 12.
Okay. Roll me a D600.
Okay. 4.
No way.
4.
4 out of 600?
4.
That's crazy. Oh, this is weird. Okay. Looking through here, you can see a person's old belongings. There is there's like a little painting in here, and it's of Hogwarts School. Obviously, this person was a witch. You can see a woman like having posed for her portrait. No smile, just like a very very demure sort of look. And there's like linens down here, a few other things, and then you find something wrapped in a cloth, a small silver ring with a blue gemstone on it. You're able to notice that it has runes carved into the sides.
Pretty ring. Wonder what it does. I'll put it on.
If only somebody took divination's class,
I know, right?
right? You're gonna put it on?
Yeah, why not?
Terrifyingly. Which hand do you put it on?
My left.
Suddenly and terrifyingly, your left hand decapitates from the wrist.
Oh!
Now, there's no pain, but obviously immediate fright, and you feel like you might be in shock or something. There's no blood, and then your hand flails on the ground. You can still control it.
Okay. Just like flop it a little bit, like for a second, like just
Yeah,
testing it.
you're able to flip your hand over and then try to get it to stand up,
Okay, hand. Walk around. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, like the two fingers.
Yeah. Um So yeah, you found the Ring of Adventurous Limb. You can place it on any hand. So if worn on a hand, the entire limb will become disconnected from your own body. It will return after 2 hours have elapsed, or you place it on yourself. One second. And technically, it has a similar effect on toes and feet. If you place it on your
Kick
toe,
my foot at someone.
yeah, you can.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
So, is it just 2 hours and I can't take the ring off?
No.
Or if I
You
take the
can
ring off, I
grab the
take my
hand,
hand back?
place it back on the stump, and then
Okay.
the ring ejects itself
Got
from
it.
your finger.
Oh, this is gonna be a great prank.
You only got
Here,
a
take my
12,
hand. Zoom.
Oh my gosh, yeah. You can get Wilfred really good. You only got a 12, so you just kind of found a
Yeah.
random magic object.
That's hilarious.
But this
I'm
place
taking
might
this
come in
nice
handy
plan,
later. Mm-hmm. Lemon, are you back?
Yes, and I had one question. Why are we setting up tents if we have the suitcase?
You guys need to be able to move quick.
Oh, sorry.
We also need to know where they are.
Yeah, you you guys need a place to hunker down if you don't find them all night, But hopefully you find them tonight, and if
Oh.
so, you need to be able just to leave camp immediately. And who cares about the tents?
Oh,
You
it
know?
just we had the suitcase. That's why. Okay, no, it's
No, exactly. But if you're in the suitcase, you can't find them.
right. Okay.
Yeah,
Don't worry
yeah.
about it. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
So, I'll try to do the thing I did earlier when you were BRB. You sit here for a while. Oh, I know. I have a whole thing. 1 second. It's not long.
night comes to you. If you can find their group, defeat them in battle, then only one last trial awaits you. Once you have 3 out of 3 keys with them, the trophy will be at your very fingertips. Anne has set herself up in a good position to see if there's a fire at night, high up in a perch. You, Edgar, having been traveling all day, also did not sleep very well last night because, you were like on a route. Try to find sleep, but it doesn't come easy to you. Here in the forest, your fire fights to beat back the darkness around you. And a faint rain tickles the tarp of your tent. Small sounds become worse in your mind. You have to remind yourself that you're not alone, that Will's here. He's been brewing up potions and whatnot. But some of these little sounds, little worries grow into greater paranoid visions. Ideas of what happened to that old group. What if you don't find Ernesius' group, but instead something else finds you? It eats away at you. Alice, you return to camp. Alice?
Hi, I'm here.
You return to camp with your thing. So Edgar, you can hear like a cracking of twigs through the leaves, and then you turn like a little, uh-oh, is there someone here? You grab your wand, and then you see Alice walking out with like
Holding a big plant.
Oh,
yeah, like
It's
big
you.
jars,
he's
bundles.
Hey.
going to tuck his one back in. Did you find them?
No. I found this plant though.
What's this? What does it do?
It's a really rare plant or potions.
What potion can we make with it?
Over the table. Alex, what can I make with this?
So it's essentially just it's a bundle of potions, of potion making goods, which can make one potion because you need the ingredients to
make
make
whatever.
something,
Got
right? You can make whatever. It's open ended like that. But
Okay.
then you have also with the jar with the which is ganglion, which is used for high like difficulty potions.
Like really, really good stuff.
Oh. I
Will's
bet
like,
Will
let me
would
see
love
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going.
And he'll inspect it while you guys talk.
I don't know where Anne went, but I found an old house.
I can't sleep. If I don't find them, I'm not going to calm down. And also there's this whatever we found at the camp.
Yeah.
I hope you're not right, and I hope that this is not something terrifying.
Oh, I'm sure it is terrifying. I mean, 8 upper years just got taken out without being able to run away. So,
Yeah, but maybe they damaged it. Maybe it's very, very, very badly hurt, and we can finish it off.
sure.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's scary to think about, honestly.
You have been a little trigger happy recently.
What do you mean?
Fear is not an issue. You can hear Azrath appear on the side of the fire. And the fire immediately turns blue. Fear is a part of your survival. makes your heart beat faster, your mind race a little quicker. It's what drives us to live, even when all of our odds are against us.
Yeah, fear's useful, but in the same way that any emotion is, it can also blind you, tunnel focus you to one problem,
Or freeze you.
or freeze you.
Best not to be consumed by it.
Exactly.
The forest
Hard
out
to-
here is imbued with something. I can feel it. It's like old, more primordial magic. I think climbing that cliff, you found a much more dangerous place than the forest.
Yeah. Very curious that this is the idea that they had. Because clearly direction did bring us here. Maybe it's some sort of test in the school.
Test. How so?
We're in a very dangerous area. Maybe they want to prove that they made us strong enough.
Ed, can I speak with you alone, please?
Sure.
He stands up.
Goodbye, Aspreth.
A pleasure as always.
Oh, of course.
I'll catch you
Or you
around.
want to have a
Alice.
conversation with me?
Oh, sorry. Is that talking to Azrath?
Oh, yes.
Can you repeat that?
I was just saying, have a good conversation whenever you want to talk with me. I'm available.
I think you've already chosen your path.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll
Edgar.
catch you in a bit, Alice. Yeah. Right.
He like calls back and
Coming.
oh, Will makes a noise like calling a dog. Whoop whoop. Mocking you.
Okay. So wait, was it Astaroth or Will that wanted to talk with me? I'm confused. Sorry.
Azrath.
Okay.
Will's
yeah,
just
yeah.
making fun of you because he's like, Edgar, come on.
And
he's like, Heel boy,
Okay.
you know.
Okay, I get it now. Sorry. I follow behind Astaroth wherever he wants to talk privately. I don't know.
Pulls you aside. You care a great deal for your friends. There is strength in numbers. I want to know, however, how you're feeling after everything.
How I'm feeling.
How the Slytherin
Betrayed.
goes. Answer.
Betrayed, angry, furious, disappointed in myself.
You do remember why I'm here, don't you? It's quite a while ago that we made our deal.
I'm not exactly sure of what you're looking for. Our deal was very vague.
You wanted the power to protect your friends.
I did.
And I wanted a bit of freedom. The time is coming. He looks up at the stars. You will have to choose if you want to be the hero or not. If you are actually cut out for this. This whole time we've been speaking of power. how useless it is unless you use it. Don't forget that.
What are you getting to, Azrath?
I think all will be revealed very, very soon. And he disappears.
If there's probably a lot of trees nearby, but he's just going to start punching the nearest tree and let out his frustration. He's so angry, he needs to find something to vent off.
And someone punches your tree.
What the fuck, Edgar?
Sorry, I didn't see you there.
Occupied. Don't try and push my tree over.
I'm not trying to push any trees over.
Then
Wait,
what are you
did you
doing?
just vending?
About?
Everything? I am stupid. If it wasn't for me, we could have taken the trial, beaten the tournament or whatever, be Reeds.
It's absolutely not your fault. They would have betrayed us no matter what.
We could have been first. We knew it was coming.
Yeah,
I was too gullible. That's my problem.
you believe the best in people, and that's admirable.
Is it? I always keep hearing that it's naive, and to be quite frank and honest, it's only gotten me into trouble. Perhaps I shouldn't be. Perhaps it's time to move on. Perhaps it's time to be a proper Slytherin, whatever that's supposed to mean, as if being a Slytherin means that you have to be evil and conniving and whatever that entails.
Well, hey, I mean, I'm conniving. That doesn't mean you're evil. I don't know, Edgar. I don't think there's one way to be a Slytherin. I think there's plenty of us are backstabby and, ambitious, and that's boring. You're
Whatever you
interesting.
say. I'm just saying that when they see you as a villain, maybe you need to start acting like one. I think maybe it's time.
Well, I'll support you no matter what, especially if it's hating Gemma, because I've been on that train for a long time, and there's plenty of room on it for you.
It's not just Gemma, it's all of them. How could they do this? We were literally friends. Gemma, I could see it from, but Cersei, Taylor, come on.
Yeah, I mean, they wanted to win. We would have also betrayed them. Does suck that they got, the jump on us, but
That was not the deal. We had
And
one
cutting
trial
off
left.
this conversation, you notice a flicker of light.
oop. There we go. Like a fire.
What?
Like a fire.
And we might get our opportunity for revenge sooner rather than later. There's a fire over there.
Here's
Where?
something. Edgar, you turn in the direction and you hear a loud noise echoing from far away. And then another. And you hear it too. And another. As you are ready to hop down, Anne, and get ready to go grab your friends and do your nighttime raid, there's a distant sound of yelling. And that's when you hear something, the two of you, Alice, Will, back at camp even, you hear a scream which sends a shockwave of sensation down your spine. Ah! Help me! Help me! Anybody! Help! Ah! Someone running through the forest cries out in terrified screams, "Please! Ah!" It sounds like Hernesia. That's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Oh my god. No way, Alex. No way, Alex.
And we will see what the fuck is going on next episode of Magic and Mysterium.
I hate you.
Thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you guys for watching. Anybody who's watching. And good night, stream. Bye, 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 bye.
Bye, 3.